free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll have an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. I did this, and I know my heart is good, which is awesome news. Life Imaging FLA.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
The money's good and the bids are high. Speedy, fast, the check is on Bank of America, and it's real. GiveMeTheVIN.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from I can't believe they fired her to Iceland braces for a volcano to erupt, and ESPN enters the sports betting world. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. What do you have to do? You just have to share the show. It's as easy as it sounds. You send a link to the podcast, send a link to the live stream. Hell, just hit like over on the YouTube stream.
Smash
and you
it.
are sharing the show. You can yell it out at a stoplight.
Do we have the
steal
bell?
Somebody's magnet.
Do we have the bell for people to hit? You hit the bell, smash the bell.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, we got a bell. Yeah, we got a bell on there. Smash that bell. That's
Ding, ding,
sharing the
ding.
show. All of these things are a way to help out.
My bells.
You want to continue? Or?
No, not.
Ring my bell.
Now that you dropped the share, I'm not doing it. That's not happening.
All right, well, share the show on this lovely Share the Show Tuesday. How you doing, everybody?
Oh, great. God, that was a long meeting.
Yeah, we had a big pre-show meeting, just so you all know, getting ready for Just Okay 8, which will be in March of next year. We got a lot of things locked in place. We got a lot of questions to answer, a lot of things to sort out, but the ball is rolling. It's going to be the biggest Just Okay we've ever done. It's going to be a blast, and when the information comes out, we hope you'll be out there to join us for a big party, and all real close to that. Well, I can't say.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I always forget when we have a meeting like that. I'm like, there's things that we know that we're not supposed to. Okay.
For right now, just leave every weekend of March available.
Right. Yeah, leave it all open and make sure you're ready to hang out with us to party for a great time and an awesome event.
You're so vague.
Yeah, I might have slipped a little. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers to the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the world of sports,
Yeah.
baby. We know it. We love it. We honor it here each and every day on the show. The three best sports prognosticators on planet Earth.
We love
Myself, Sabrina, and Christopher Dolores Lane.
Yep.
Bringing you the sports, and we go to a hockey game. Remember the guy who got his neck cut with the other person's skate on the hockey rink?
And died?
And died. Well, it was the first game back, I believe, for the player who killed that other guy. And
so they didn't give, I thought there was a whole investigation.
There was, yeah, they investigated this. I'm not sure if they've come to any conclusions or results in their investigation, but they investigated the death on the ice. And this one player was kind of flying in the air. His skate cut the other player's throat, and he died, unbelievably. But his first came back. I didn't know what to make of this, but all of the fans gave him a massive standing ovation when he entered the ring.
You killed a guy.
They did. Look. And I mean, I guess.
That's weird.
I guess they're just trying to welcome him or something, but something about it seemed a little off to me, considering the other guy died. Even if we take at face value that this was a complete accident, that this person absolutely didn't do anything wrong, and it was just a freak occurrence, fine. Taking that into account, somebody still died, so it seems weird to have a standing ovation.
Yeah, and perhaps somebody's family some of the person who just died might be watching this and seeing everybody cheer for the guy that killed their son.
Right. Imagine watching from that angle. I would be a little put off by this.
Weird question. Did he get new skates?
I don't know. I'm going to imagine that he did. In fact, I'm going to hope that he did, just because
old
otherwise
skates are in the damn evidence locker.
It might, you might be right about that. They may have took those in. Well, we've got a lot in front of us here as we approach the end of 2023, and I'm already seeing it. The whole neighborhood is lit up. We are Christmasified in this neighborhood. We still don't have a tree up around here. I know C-Lane's had his up for a while.
Many of my trees are up.
Wait, how many trees do you have?
There's two main size, two full-size ones.
My guy says two main trees.
And then there's one that's slightly smaller and flocked. That's the snowy tree.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right.
And then there's multiple mini trees around scattered about.
Even more? So you got 5 trees?
I think last year I counted 11.
Oh,
11?
my God, man.
I need another tree.
Some of these are like desk height trees that are above my cabinets.
Let's count anything over 12 inches as a tree. With that in mind, are we talking 3 Christmas trees?
Talking about my penis.
About 3.
All right.
And Sabrina's penis.
Still a lot of trees. And one surprise penis, but I'm very, very impressed.
Nobody was surprised.
Oh, please. F you, dude. I don't have a penis. I have a vagina.
Early
Anyways,
fight.
Christmas.
Who are you trying to convince?
Early fight and
Your
a
mom?
weird one. Very, very weird one. Some folks out there running into problems, though, because there's a bit of a Christmas tree shortage, I guess.
Because it's not Christmas yet. How
You
about
know
that?
what? No, you know what one of the problems is? And I didn't even think about this. Of course, I didn't think about this at the time. Remember those huge Canadian wildfires that covered the country in smoke?
Oh, yeah, that made New York City all orange for a while.
All the Christmas trees burned up. They burned all the trees while that was happening.
Well, the plastic Christmas tree industry is going to skyrocket.
Oh, yeah, that's going to blow up this year if people can't get their hands on these things. It says the holidays are fast approaching, this from ABC News, and as people prepare to pick out the perfect pine, what are you doing to me with that sentence?
Perfect pine.
As people prepare to pick out the perfect pine to decorate for Christmas, some growers are warning the holiday staple could be in short supply. They're saying there is a shortage of these trees for multiple reasons, including drought and those Canadian wildfires. So you got to be on the lookout for some good ones. One Christmas tree farm, Christmastown in Louisiana, said they'll be closed all season long because their whole Christmas tree farm had damage done to it from drought and heat.
And they're called Christmastown, so it's kind of like they have one job.
Christmastown is barren this year. That doesn't bode well for the rest of us here, I wouldn't think. We got that going on, plus sticking with the world of sports, they're launching it, baby. ESPN Bet. Gambling on the sports. Launching in 17 different states today. They are going to make a lot of money off of this. And this is weird for one very, very main reason. For so long, I feel like ESPN was scoffing at the idea and like looking down on the idea that you would get involved in sports gambling. They didn't want anything to do with that. It was like, oh, if anybody else did it, they'd go, that's not what this is all about. This is about sports journalism over here.
Oh, because they would probably argue that if you wanted to be a true sports journalist, you need to have nothing, in your pocket. And you need to have there's got to be nothing in it for you for the outcome of this game. You need to report, as a completely neutral person.
Yeah, you're just a nonpartisan spectator in this. You're not making any money off these games, but now they are. There's a group called Penn Entertainment. They're paying ESPN $2 billion over the next 10 years to put ESPN branding on its betting outlet. So this is ESPN betting. They'll have it on the screen. They'll have it on a Monday Night Countdown. They'll have it integrated into the reporting and the different shows that they're doing over on ESPN. It'll be bet all over the place.
You know what I think is kind of snazzy about some of these betting apps is when you do your bet, like say it's a parlay, so there's like a couple different things that you have to happen for you to make your money.
Right.
That when you go to check the status of it, it pulls in all the game stats to one spot to show you like what is the status of your potential winnings.
So here's what C-Lane's saying if you've never bet on sports before. I can bet, and I just did this the other day for the fun of it. I bet on a football game that was on where I was at, and I bet on one team to win. I bet on the amount of points they would win by. I bet on whether the total score would be odd or even, and if the total score would be below or above a certain number. That's 4 separate bets. And then when you go to the screen where your bet is after you place it, and I'm no big swinger over here. I was only betting $6, just for the record.
Crazy.
It was only $6 bet, just throwing it out there for the fun of it. And you go to your betting screen, and it shows you, like, if you get something, it's a green check mark. If it's in progress, it'll tell you what the stats are at that point, and everything is fully integrated. And ESPN has all of the resources to do that and more. And I just think this is going to be huge. So let us know, do you bet on sports? Do you use these apps? Let us know over on chat and on the dispatch side of things. And if not, with ESPN doing it, encourage you to jump in.
What makes Sean's bet so ridiculous, Sabrina, I'm looking at it here. He bet on 4 things. It was a UCF game.
All right, go Knights.
And he bet that they would hit the 2.5 spread and that they would score over 30.5 points. They did both of those things. He also bet that the total point score would be under 57.5 points. That's 3 out of 4 right there. You're looking pretty good for your parlay. And then it comes to odd or even total points, which is a flip of the coin. and he bet odd when they were even. So no money for Sean.
Oh, so close. It was right there. I could reach it. I could grab it, but then it was gone. I don't even know if I've ever won a damn sports bet. I don't have a huge.
I won like the
successful
squares
track
one
record.
time.
Yeah, those are fun when they do those. That's like the most common type of illegal gambling, I think. Like you literally just walk around a workplace and go, anybody want to buy a square? Everybody starts putting their names in, tossing money in. You're all gambling. That's what's happening there. It's just fun and acceptable.
It's fun.
And I'm going to go on the record by saying sports gambling is totally fine. Totally fine. As long as you have control of yourself. A lot of people, when they think about gambling addicts, they think about people who are playing slots, who are playing at tables. In fact, many people who are addicted to gambling bet on the sport. So as long as you have it under control, you're good to go. Though I'm sure the people who are incredibly out of control probably go, no, I got this. Just like drinking. I've got this under control.
It's
functioning
chill.
alcohol. Yeah,
I have a system.
Yeah, and a third mortgage.
No big problem here. We're not freaking out just yet, but let us know what you think about that. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. A woman has been fired from her job, it's the most bizarre scenario that this lady was involved in. And I think I feel for her here. I think that she didn't really do anything wrong. But some of you in the service industry, I think you're totally going to disagree with this. So we're going to dive into that and see where we unravel things and get to you and your comments with your dispatches from thenewsjunkie.com. Lots on the show and a Share the Show Tuesday, all on the way. And it's coming up next on The News Junkie.
Someday Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you unclog the toilet?
Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now.
But until then, just tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Weatherby Road, westbound, before US 1792. Delays due to an accident on University Boulevard, eastbound at Semorin Boulevard. Expect slowdowns due to an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at Silver Star Road. Traveling on I-4, you could expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich. Back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade. A refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverage is artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
At EasyCater, we get it. Ordering food for work means you have to deal with this.
Client meeting on Tuesday.
Client wants Taco Tuesday.
19 people.
Need vegan options.
Our budget just got slashed.
Meeting is now Monday. What about Mediterranean?
Client still wants taco.
Claire has a nut allergy.
Gluten-free.
Under budget.
Flavored sodas.
Tacos for a client meeting? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Sky Rizzy. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Sky Rizzy, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizzy.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZY to learn more.
When you've had enough true crime podcasts and want to get real,
you're in constant competition to make your kids like you better.
Check out the Monsters in the Morning, voted one of the top 100 talk shows in America.
I'm Russ Rollins, host of the program, the producer, the angel of boom, Angel of Era, Mr. Motivation, Carlos Navarro, and the king of Denmark, Ryan Holmes.
Real topics, real guests.
You're in radio, schmuck. What'd you expect?
And 4 real friends doing whatever you want to call this. Nobody's doing talk radio like the Monsters in the Morning. Listen live or download the show on the free iHeartRadio app.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Name one small insurance company. Couldn't think of one, could you? Didn't think so. Most insurance companies are big, really big. They have thousands of lawyers. Imagine it's a beautiful day, sun is shining, birds singing. You're on your way to work, and then bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Let me give you some straight talk. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you. It's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. Over $1 billion in one case alone. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Bank of America, we asked our employees what they wanted most.
I want to work where everyone is welcome.
To have benefits that take good care of my family.
To move forward in my career. We listened and did all that and more. It's why we're proud to be Just Capital's #1 top company to work for. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Just Capital used annual rankings that track performance across the 5 worker-related issues evaluated. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app?
Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts. Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is
Of reasons. We'll see if you agree with it in just a moment. But first, I have to come out in defense of somebody, and I hate to do this. I'm like the last line of defense for stupid people on TikTok sometimes. I don't know why I've accepted this job.
Facebook,
I don't know why I take this
Instagram,
on,
Twitter,
but
here I am regardless. And there's this story out. It's all over the place today. And it's running down this woman who is an entrepreneur, a businesswoman. I say, good for you. Do your thing. Make your money. All right. She's 22 years old, and she got involved in using social media to promote her business, which is a charcuterie business.
Oh,
and
some charcut?
It's the good stuff, man. And this is huge right now, bigger than it's ever been, charcuterie boards and all this. And everybody was coming after her and saying she's ripping people off. She's a monster for doing it. She's taking advantage of people. Why are your charcuterie boards $7,000?
My
wow.
God.
And
she's making money?
Yes, and I know that sounds expensive when you hear that a charcuterie board is $1,000. But let me lay down some ground rules here before we tackle this. Number one, you must understand that charcuterie boards are expensive.
They're not $7,000, Sean.
They're not generally $7,000. Stay with me, though.
You're talking about just the board to put it on, or she's sending you the meat and the cheese?
Well, are you in agreement with my first point that charcuterie boards are expensive?
Yes.
Sure. Right. The meat is expensive to put them together yourself. If you want to make like a really nice charcuterie board, for it to be $100 for a spread is not crazy at all.
Nope.
Like that's absolutely totally normal. And the more complex you get with it, it could be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So now you go, okay, but hers is $7,000. Why is it a $7,000 charcuterie board? She's ripping everybody off. Well, take a look at this here. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, it's a 25-foot long charcuterie board, okay? This is
shipping alone.
I mean, there's a 25 feet. She goes and installs this at your wedding or something. So your entire spread is set out by this woman, and she gets everything that matches each other. The tastes go together. It's a 25-foot long grazing table. If you hear charcuterie board for $7,000, this is not what you're thinking. This is if you had an entire, convention, you would have, maybe not a convention, but if you had a wedding, you could have this as a huge food spread for absolutely everybody involved. And so I don't think this is ridiculous. And it's more than just the food. It's a 25-foot long table with fruits, vegetables, cheese, flowers. So there's flower arrangements as well, crackers and more. And that to me is not crazy for $7,000. I wouldn't pay it, but I don't think it's as insane as people are thinking it is.
I would be curious as to the ratio of fine meats to, decoration. But I think all in all, first of all, anytime you say something is for a wedding, you're automatically adding,
double it.
Adding money to your bottom line. But, I think for something like that and for something that we're looking at in that picture, $7,000 is a lot of money.
It really is a lot of money.
But she's got to buy all of the product. Groceries are expensive right now. These things in particular are expensive. That's going to cost a bunch of money. Then she's got to put it all together for them, and she's got to make money off of her business.
She's not even calling it charcuterie board. She's calling it a cheese board.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, which I don't understand. And I'm wrong on this. Okay, I'll take the lumps here. But when I ask for a charcuterie board, I want cheese and meat, folks. All right? That's what I want. That's what I expect.
Whereas technically charcuterie is meat only.
Yeah, and then the cheese board side is all cheese. I want the mix of those suckers. And I think I could see a little bit of both in this spread that she made. For 25-foot long, somebody said it's like a damn buffet. It is. It is. It's a lot of food. And I think that it's not as bad as people were thinking. So get your money, do your thing, get out there. And sell those charcuterie boards, folks. Before we go to you and your dispatches, which are awaiting us, and we're ready for them over at thenewsjunkie.com. Now to this Waitress. And I don't know where I'm landing on this Waitress thing. I'm sure you guys will have different opinions on this. Sabrina's worked in the service industry, so you can kind of picture yourself better in this woman's current predicament. So here's what happened. A waitress in Arkansas has been fired after she opted to take home a generous $4,400 tip, which not bad if you can get a tip that big. They said working in the service industry, getting a good tip could be the difference between a good day and a bad day. This woman worked at a place called Oven and Tap. Her name is Ryan Brandt. She'd been serving a table of more than 40 business executives. So this was a big table, pain in the ass, I'm sure. 40 business executives at the Arkansas restaurant. when she was stunned to find the hefty tip they left for her services. The exciting moment was later uploaded to her Instagram by one of the diner's attendees, Rebecca Soto. Says, I have been blessed, so it is wonderful to pay it forward and bless somebody else. God bless all who contributed to the event and the servers who received it. I pray it be multiplied and impact their life for the better. So all this is fine. That's good, right? And then we hear that she got in trouble. And her manager at the restaurant said, nope, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this tip. We're going to split it to the shift manager, to everybody in the restaurant.
This is like deja vu.
Yep, this has happened before. And you're going to be taking home 20% of the tip. And then the guy who left the tip stepped up and said, I would like my tip back. The restaurant says, okay. They give him the tip back. He goes out into the parking lot where the waitress is and hands her...
This is complete deja vu. this is we have a best of that's this.
I know. And he hands her the $4,000.
Are we even here today?
And guess what? She got fired just like the last girl that this happened to.
That's such baloney, man.
Yeah, to me, I go, I guess the server must have known, and we talked about this, I think last time this story came up, or a similar one. The server, you're not surprised by the fact that they spread the tips out. That's just something that's known when you're hired, I would imagine, right? Like,
were they splitting tips before?
That's what it says. It says, well, she says, after the momentous occasion, I was told that I was going to be giving my cash over to my shift manager and I would be taking home 20%. She said she'd be working there for over 3 years and was never, she said, instructed to divvy up her tips with coworkers before. But this time she says that she was, and she got fired. But you get $4,400.
Yeah.
You go get another job somewhere else. And,
I didn't make that in tips collectively for the years I was in the service industry.
Yeah, that might be worth it, I think. That might be worth escaping away and going somewhere else.
When did this happen, according to your story?
Oh, God. Are you about to get golden ticketed?
No, there's no date on this. The story was posted today.
Oh, I think it's the same story.
No, it's not. It's not. The woman's name is Ryan Brandt. It can't be.
I have on Reddit, oven and tap employee let go after $4,400 tip, December 9th, 2021.
Yeah, this is the greatest hit segment. That's what I was doing. We pull them out. You guys hear Burger King selling Black Whoppers now?
Oh, Black Whopper, yo.
Let's go over to the dispatches. Let's see what's going on with you.
We talked yesterday about how those kids are getting the fake news class. This should also be included.
It's real news.
This is real news.
Old news.
It's old.
It's a little cold. It's a little on the frozen side, but I don't know why they posted it today. To hell with them. Removed as a source.
Sure you.
Over to you. Here's Justin with the dispatch for us.
What up, y'all? Happy today.
Hey.
I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I feel like $7,000 for 25 feet of premium meats and cheeses and all the spread. I don't know. Maybe that's not too bad, or I'm just a sucker. Anyways, I love me some charcuterie. Peace.
Good stuff. I love it. I'm into it, but I'm not paying $7,000. I'll just make a little tiny one.
My wife is a huge fan of making those boards.
No, some people are really good at it.
Cost $7,000.
She does the flour out of the salami.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make around the rim of a glass and then overturn it so it's a little
right. See, Sean and I just eat all of that.
Yeah, I put a little Oscar Mayer down, a couple slices of cheese, and just pound them. Make it simple. Courtney, she's good at it. And that people like now, I've seen it where they make flowers out of stuff, and it's pretty advanced. Here is
I just said
that. You didn't say. I thought you were talking about something else. I thought you meant flour, like something she makes with flour. Because she was working.
No, you take the salami slices and you arrange
and you make
them.
An actual, yeah.
And then one person ruins the whole flour.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about, because you mentioned when she went on her break for the baby.
Oh, that's still an ongoing thing. We're
she's
feeding the starter. I just had to buy more flour for her. So
you still got to feed it? You haven't made anything out of it yet?
The first batch of dough was too hydrated.
Oh,
you can't have.
Could have told you that.
Kind of dehydrated a little bit.
You got to do a little work, I guess, to get there. Here's Cat Pervert with a dispatch.
Welcome back, Sabrina.
Thank you.
Please ask Sean about washing his face. Thank you.
No, there's no need for that. It's in the past. We don't need to get to it.
I want to hear about it. I mean, we also had something in the past that you just mentioned. Might as well.
I was just saying while you were gone, I had a realization because I watched a YouTube video, And this woman said, this is what happens if you stop washing your face. And she's like, after 1 day, this happens. After 7 days, this happens. After a month, the end of the day, yada, yada, yada.
What about several years?
I realized at the point, I was like, I never wash my face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if I've ever washed my face since you've known me. I put water on my face, but I don't like use any kind of soap or moisturizer or
What about
any.
when like you shave? Doesn't that involve some sort of wash?
I use an electric shaver, so I just use it's like almost like a hair shaver kind of thing. I use that to trim everything up. So I haven't had to use any for that.
I don't even know
do
if I own shaving cream.
Yeah, I haven't done that in forever. Like actually shave down to the skin.
So now with the YouTube
weird.
video, you're washing your face?
I tried it a couple of times. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Okay.
But Courtney did freak out and put some facial cleanser next to my spot in the shower.
Skincare is very important.
Yeah, it is. I'm working on getting used to things because I got to be honest with you guys. I told you I segued out of taking a bath and I'm a shower guy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The problem is
Did you relapse? Are you back in the bath?
No, I haven't. I'm still taking showers, but I haven't fully built it in to my schedule. So I used to take the bath every single morning and I had it built perfectly into my schedule time-wise. But now I'm like skipping days and stuff.
Oh,
and
okay. So you haven't washed your face in 10 years and now you're skipping showers.
Yeah, every 2 days or so I'll go, I gotta get in there and get a shower and make sure I catch up or whatever. But
you see, I heard this is what happens when he has no other employees in the room with him.
It's not that. It's just I'm big on schedules. It's everything to me, and I haven't fully worked that in. Here is took my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Hey guys, podcast listener here. So yesterday's show you were talking about the Cybertruck and how you can't sell it for 1 year.
Yep.
After you take ownership. I have no idea how I ended up down a wormhole, but it landed me on John Cena's Wikipedia page.
Okay.
And apparently back in 2017, he had something, he bought a Ford GT and sold it prior to owning it for 2 years, and Ford took him to court. There was a lawsuit. A settlement was made, and money ended up going to charity. So this has been a thing for a while with different vehicles, apparently.
That's insane.
So frustrating.
But I also wanted to say that I don't take your opinion of movies or shows too much to heart, because months ago, after you recommended it, I watched Butt Boy, and that was a horrible, horrible movie.
Shut your mouth.
There was no redeeming qualities to it. It was terrible. Would not recommend. Have a good one.
Obviously you're showing your cards here. You're showing me that you don't understand what a cinematic masterpiece looks like.
He knows what it is to wash his face and shower every day.
I'm working on things, all right? And there was a bunch of other people who said it's totally normal to just wash your face with water. They said that that's not super abnormal.
That's not washing it, though. That's just splashing water on your face.
Yeah.
That's washing.
That's not
that's what I do, but I've never claimed to wash my face.
If you go out in the front yard and you get the hose and you spray down your car, have you washed your car?
No. You've sprayed. If you drive your car and it happens to rain, is your car washed?
Kinda, yeah. It's a freebie car wash. Yeah, it's not as effective as the full.
I guess I stand corrected, you smelly asshole.
Jesus Christ, man. Let's go over to Zach. He has a dispatch for us.
So I placed my first bet when Hard Rock was legal a couple of years ago for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I think I lost like $50 then. And then they shut down the app in Florida again until, just a few days ago or whatever it was. And I bet on college football and pro football this weekend and won a total of $498.
Damn!
So it's safe to say I'm going to continue betting, and it's definitely a big deal. And most sports fans want that to be something they can do. So, yeah.
Good for you, man.
Wiggle, wiggle.
All right, thanks for putting us back in your pocket. Appreciate that. We want to hear from you as well. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch. And we learned that there's been a major change at a place you probably went to when you were a kid. And this was done for the most bizarre reason. Wait until I get into this. I don't want to spoil it, so stick with us. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Now that we've all quit Facebook and started talking to each other again. What's that? Nobody's quit Facebook? Facebook.com/Real Radio Orlando. Powered by Anna Azar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. We do have another gloomy and showery day. Those passing showers continuing throughout this afternoon. We're likely going to be seeing afternoon highs in the upper 70s through the Orlando metro, so staying below seasonal today. Rain chances will continue to increase with the highest chance on Thursday. It is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the heavy rain that's expected with the potential for flooding. Remember to depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale November 17th at 10 a.m. at RockTheCountry.com.
Well, odds are if your house is getting a little bit older, it might be time to take a look at that air conditioner of yours. And with Mills Air, you have a locally owned and operated, a family owned and operated, and honest company to help you out. They have a super affordable preventative maintenance plan. This is the greatest deal out there for homeowners. If you sign up for it, you won't have to worry about your AC crashing on you because your air conditioner is going to be looked at on a schedule that you set, whether it's every 6 months or whatever it is you want to do. One of these great Mills Air techs will come out, they'll look at your AC from top to bottom, I'm not kidding you, and they'll say, here's where we're at. It's looking good, or we got some problem areas, or it's not as efficient as it should be. Excuse me. They'll tell you what's going on with your air conditioner and be right by you. This is why Mills Air is the absolute best. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You see, you can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. You can call them at 407-277-1159. Or if you forget that number, visit them online at millsair.com.
Whoa, what happened to my grocery store?
This is your grocery store.
No, this is
a farmer's market?
Yes.
Any grocery store is like a farmer's market when you shop Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida brings the farmer's market to wherever you buy groceries. Look for our logo or ask for Fresh from Florida.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
At Target, your favorites are our favorites. And when you can save on your favorites too, yes please. This week only, get 20% off select breakfast essentials. That's 20% off all bagged and K-Cup coffee. Talk about essential. From brands like Good & Gather, Starbucks, and more. 20% off all cereal, like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, the list goes on. And 20% off Tropicana and Simply Orange Juice too. But these deals end Saturday, so it's time for a Target run. Restrictions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Visit one of our 11 Orlando Sleep Number stores or visit sleepnumber.com.
Between global jihad, China, Russia, and our southern border, we are in for a long and protracted battle. You need to prepare for the worst. Protect your home, protect your family, and protect your investments. It's time to reach out to the Oxford Gold Group. They make it simple for whether you are buying more gold, diversifying your 401k, or buying gold for the first time. Call 833-995-GOLD or visit jessekellygold.com. That's jessekellygold.com.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
Couple of things to update you on, and one is related to the opening clip today, which of course was that awkward standing ovation for the player that killed another player with his ice skate in this hockey game. And as I said, like, maybe he didn't do it on purpose, maybe it was total accident, but it still seems weird that the fans gave him a standing ovation upon his return. It's just kind of strange a little bit.
I thought for sure it'd be like, hey, let's just not talk about it and play some hockey.
Yeah, like maybe do a in memoriam thing on the big
for the
screens.
person who died.
Yeah, and put something up there and then say, all right, let's get back to it and just start playing hockey. But when the guy who killed the other guy gets introduced, they go nuts. So, yeah, there he is. And they do a huge standing ovation for him. Here is the update in this story. It says, man arrested over death of ice hockey player Adam Johnson in Sheffield.
What?
And it says, a man has been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter following the death of Adam Johnson. That's the hockey player that got his throat slit. Mr. Johnson was seriously injured during a game between Nottingham Panthers and the Sheffield Steelers and later died in the hospital. A post-mortem examination confirmed he died as a result of a fatal neck injury. And the detective says, our investigation launched immediately following this tragedy, and we've been carrying out extensive inquiries ever since to piece together the events that led to the loss of Adam's life in these unprecedented circumstances. And so now they say there's an arrest for manslaughter. So who else are they going to have arrested other than the guy who was the one who had the skates on that slit his throat? The guy who just got a standing ovation? They may have just been arrested for the death of this hockey player.
He did one more game and then they arrested him?
Yeah, after that game,
strange.
They just arrested him, like as of the last hour. They arrested, well, no, hold on. They arrested somebody because it says man arrested. But who on earth else would have been arrested for this death?
Okay,
There's
you
only
saw the
two
video,
people.
right?
Yeah.
Like, is it really a question that it was done, not on accident? Like,
I don't want to take too hard of a stance on it because I don't know enough about hockey. And you see him kind of tumbling through the air, almost as if he's a figure skater or something. And his legs are moving up too high. But I didn't know if he fell, if he got pushed, if there was some sort of reason that I'm unaware of why his skate was up that high. But the charges would suggest that police are saying that, no, he actually killed this guy, we believe.
And now he's been hit with, again, we don't know. It just says man arrested, but I'm assuming that it would have been the other player.
There's somebody on the texting service when we first brought it up that said there's video of him doing the same move to another player like a decade ago.
Really?
So that they're saying that probably intentional.
This guy had a move where he would put his skate up by people's faces? Jesus. That's the case. My God. But I mean, I'm going to say that it looks like it's him that's been arrested, because who else would have been arrested? Doesn't make any sense for anybody else to be involved in this. Okay, there you go. There's your update on that. Now, I want to go over to, I just recently watched a movie. It was good. I hope you guys watch it as well. It wasn't great, wasn't fantastic, but, worth watching, kind of fun. And it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's was based on a phone game, like an app that was a game that people would play on their smartphones. And a fun premise of somebody goes into a restaurant with animatronics, and the animatronics come to life, and they start killing people. That's the basic overall premise of this. A handful of days after the release of this movie in theaters and at home, there's an announcement from Chuck E. Cheese. And it says, Chuck E. Cheese is officially removing the animatronics in all of their locations.
What?
Except for one. Only one location in California will keep the animatronics, but every other Chuck E. Cheese.
Thing.
Yeah, there's even been we talked about the TikTok that went viral where the guy has the computer set up for the animatronics.
Well, that's a guy that he's not doing that at a Chuck E. Cheese. These are guys that have their own stuff.
Oh, he just had that at his house?
No, it was at Chuck E. Cheese. He was showing the floppy disk, because the only thing that they've changed is the actual animatronics. Like, they've updated since I went in the 90s.
But the software is mega old. Like, really, really old that they were using to do this. Now, I thought that was inside of Chuck E. Cheese that they were messing with this. Or
some of the guys, I think there's a guy locally that has a bunch of this in like a warehouse. And his is he might as well have his own Chuck E. Cheese setup. Mm-hmm. But I think he built some of the stuff to begin with. But that being said, like were they even using the animatronics, like actively using the animatronics in the past year?
I'm not sure. I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in forever for obvious reasons.
I went a couple years ago with my friend and her son, and I remember the animatronics being there. Now, they've updated like the games and stuff. Like, you're not getting coins and tickets, or you might be getting tickets, but you're using like a card.
Yeah,
for the games. But I remember the animatronics being there.
You're talking about more Dave and Buster's style.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're pivoting to. I think it's just a coincidence that Five Nights at Freddy's just came out, and now they're going, we're getting rid of these animatronics. It said they're doing these new enhancements that include a new state-of-the-art, get yourself ready for it, interactive dance floor, a giant video wall and screens, and trampoline zones in these Chuck E. Cheese places where they're removing these animatronics. They still have more than 550
let's eat a bunch of pizza and then hit the trampoline zone. Turn it into up Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, God. Kids projectile vomiting all that cheap pizza all over Chuck E. Cheese. My word. That is not a pretty sight. So that's the big announcement from them. They said over on YouTube, MPWS, we went a couple of years ago. Yep, the animatronics were there. Now, I think that's kind of dated, right? I don't know if there's so many places that use that stuff anymore. Like, the only thing I can think of is Country Bear Jamboree, which I think is still a thing, where they have the animatronics that put on a show for everybody and sit back and watch. But those times are done.
I thought Five Nights at Freddy's was fine.
Yeah, it's not groundbreaking. It's just okay. Fun to watch.
I think maybe part of it was like I saw the trailer and I saw how almost exactly ripped off the logo for Freddy's was to a Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And then I thought they were going to lean more into that. And then it was just like a loose part of what was otherwise just a horror movie, which was fine. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's aimed at younger people. Like, it's maybe for like, because that's who would remember it from the app, from playing the game of Five Nights at Freddy's. At least it's something different that they were trying. I like that. Real quick, I want to share this with you because it's a visual. It is up right now in the See It Now section of the News Junkie app, but times are getting tough over at CVS, my friend. Times are getting tough over there. They've had a lot of problems with people stealing things from the CVS, And as we know, they took to locking up things behind all these little plastic barriers, and you have to get somebody to get help for you to come over and retrieve the items. It's a giant pain in the ass, really aesthetically just the worst thing in the world. You don't want that in your cities. You want, a law and order, and you want people to respect one another. But one CVS in the Washington, D.C. area has taken things to another level, you might say. And for you watching on the stream, this is what it looks like on the shelves there. Now, instead of products, they have pictures of the products.
Oh,
and
I thought it was just empty, just frames.
I thought they were putting the picture frames behind lock and key because people are stealing the picture frames.
No, they have picture frames with the product in it, and they're not even on the shelves anymore.
That's so embarrassing.
And you press the button to get so one of them is Scott toilet paper, and it shows the price and everything, and it's just a picture of the Scott toilet paper rolls in a picture frame, and you go, I'll take one of these, please. And you go over to you have to push the button for customer service, and I guess they have to get it out of the back. And this is a problem, right? When you can't even have the product up there behind the plastic, when you just have to have a picture of it, and you go, which ones would you like? We're one step away from somebody going, okay, select on the iPad the items you'd like to buy here.
But were they not just having a huge issue with employees? Granted, I think it was in the pharmacy department, but you think that you press that button and someone's going to come running over?
Yeah, you got one person working at the CVS, and they've got people pushing buttons
Christmas
in every
Eve,
aisle.
It's going to be a madhouse. just buttons.
This is unworkable. You can't do this. But here they are trying. Go check it out. Look for yourself to see how bad things have gotten. It's over on the See It Now section of thenewsjunkie.com. So go take a peek at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, quick break. When we come back, there is something that has been a new addition to the shopping experience that may be going away very quickly. Another cryptic tease, but you got to see what's happening here. And I honestly don't think this is really going down the way they say it is. So we'll dive into it next. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
holiday magic.
It's just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are clearing up a multi-vehicle crash on State Road 408 eastbound at Conway Road. Slowdowns due to an accident on Clarkona-Ocoee Road eastbound at Apopka-Vinland Road. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Colonial Drive eastbound at the Greenway. And Beggs Road is closed eastbound at Overland Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Uni, a product of ePass.
What would you do with the time and money you save with ePass?
Probably just take a nice long nap.
Correct! Yes! This week only, get the 19-state portable Uni for just $5. Or pick up the always free toll sticker at GetEPass.com.
One of the best gifts a kid can get is a new bike. And Real Radio has your chance to make that dream come true for kids in our community. Join Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorney, and the Monsters in the Morning as they broadcast live from Exploria Stadium for our annual bike drive. Our goal is 104 bikes of all sizes. So bring a brand new bike, and a new bike helmet wouldn't be a bad thing. Wednesday, November 29th, between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. to Exploria Stadium, and help us help the kids. Get your bike today and join us Wednesday, November 29th at Exploria Stadium. Get the details at realradio.fm/bike. Thanks to Orlando City Soccer Club, the Orlando City Foundation, and JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
holiday magic.
This contest is sponsored locally by Mills Air.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. Over 30 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier, factory authorized dealer, turn to the experts. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing
your free-falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. Get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, including advanced Wi-Fi, and one unlimited mobile line free for 12 months. And when you add Spectrum TV, get a Zumo Stream Box free for 12 months. Spectrum One Stream. It's streaming simplified. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich, back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade. A refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverages artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law. That's all.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Clinton Brown. You can find out more about uncensored secret shows at thenewsjunkie.com. And got an email rolling in, tips at thenewsjunkie.com from Randall. And he has said EDC, that's Electric Daisy Carnival, this huge rave that comes once a year, has set next door completely on fire, he says. They're still posting over there, complaining about this
I haven't
rave.
even looked yet. Let's see here.
Oh, God. Like, guys, it's over. The rave is over. You can relax
It's never
a little bit.
over, man.
Have you guys seen the videos from EDC?
A little bit.
Did you? I feel like we're about to talk about the same one. Did you see?
Some of you guys are gross, man.
It was a young couple.
Yeah.
They were sharing a kiss, and then there was a young lady right behind.
Yes.
That
Sealand.
Was baffling to me.
This is right in the middle of the festival, Sealand. There's
right.
a couple that is making out. You know, they're all over each other.
Yeah.
And then behind the woman in the couple, there's another woman on the ground, and
Salad.
she's doing that.
Now,
And
mind you, it took me about 3 times to watch that reel to realize like what was happening. I thought
What's
maybe
going on here?
I thought, oh, they're doing like a sneaky alcohol thing. Maybe she had like a flask under her skirt. Like, nope. She was just saying hello to where the sun don't shine.
Listen, I don't believe that this is a thing at all. So, I mean, whatever proof you have to send to me.
407 TV.
Look up. Yeah, I
It's
saw.
our it's our only in Dade for Orlando.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a bunch of videos of that out there. I saw it on Twitter. And then there's another
Sending
one.
it to you, Nari.
We could show people this one here. Actually, I'm going to mute it because I don't know if they're going to be cursing in this. But somebody
It's so bad.
it's like it's not even hidden. You'll see immediately
And
what's
then the
going
creepy
on.
guy, like, there's a guy standing just like bouncing around, like, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, look what's going on in front of me, guys. It's like rave music going and this thing happening in front of us. And there's more. There's more stuff that happened at this rave where you go, whoa, what's going on at this
Did you
event?
see the guy dressed as the Pope getting tased?
Yeah, that's what I've got. That's what we'll play in a second here.
It's so
Sealand's-
great.
Look how close Sealand's watching this video. He's really paying attention
What
to
do
the
you mean
detail.
close?
He's shut down.
I'm on the damn website because it didn't like pop over to the app for me.
And considering the time of day, like, you have to do that after a shower.
Yeah, I would hope so.
What a musk.
And she's in there. She's getting in there doing that thing.
You
And
can't
here's-
really fault the guy for watching. First of all, they're doing it out in the open.
I don't fault him. He's just like, he was not secret about it. He was being, you could see it in his face.
They
Just
weren't
like,
secret about it.
This is awesome, man. Look
All
at
right,
me.
hold on. Let's go to this because there was a huge boil up argument about this in the post that I saw. It was posted on Twitter, and to reset this is at Electric Daisy Carnival. It's a huge rave with like over 10,000 people, I would imagine. They do it each year. It tours around the country. And at the one here in town where we're located in Orlando, there was a couple, and they're making out, and then there's a woman behind the woman, you know, doing the salad thing. And in the comments, somebody said, "Take this down. Take this video down. Why would you post this? You don't have their approval to post this. This is wrong of you to post this." And people were mad that somebody videotaped what they were doing and then posted it on social media.
No expectation of privacy.
If you want to
Come
do
on.
something like that in the middle of everybody, that's what you risk. You know, you can't do that out in front of 10,000 people in a crowd and go, "Oh, you violated my privacy by sharing this online." I don't see how that works. But there was many people who were saying, "How could you take this down? They didn't authorize you to post this." If you want to get flat out naked in public, that's on you. You might find some charges headed your way. But if you want to get naked in public and expect everybody else isn't going to take pictures of you and post them online, you're living in a fantasy world. It's just how it's going to go. Here's the Pope thing. Some dude dressed up as a Pope. He got tased by the cops, and they tackled him. There's like 4 cops trying to take about 5 cops now, take down the Pope and tase him and bring him down to the ground.
And this is so early on into the festival.
It's
Everyone's
like daylight.
Still sitting around, getting there for the first time, and he's already getting tased.
Oh, my God. What are they doing out there? That is something else. So BDMXCon says the biggest tragedy is the unauthorized filming. You got to deal with it. If you want to do weird stuff in public, just take on the idea that somebody is going to probably record that. And look, I've told a story about one time when this crazy lady, we were trying to board a Southwest flight, and she just started yelling at me, and I was like, why you saw it?
No, I'm reading the comments to see where the good ones are. And it says the food is overpriced at EDC. Salad is free. Why not?
That's so disgusting. It's so vile, man. But I was trying to board a Southwest Airlines flight, and this lady started yelling at me because there's like boarding groups, and she didn't either understand that or thought she didn't have to abide by the rules. So she wanted to go on the plane before me, and then they told her, no, that's not the way it works. But when she started yelling at me, and I'm not yelling at her back, I've said like one word to her. I look around and people had brought their cell phones up already, and they're like, "Oh, this lady's gonna."
You're almost in a viral clip.
Yeah, like I would never react like that in public in such a way that I'd be like screaming back at somebody just for that reason only. But people are that fast.
Man, I wish you would. I wish you would. It would be great to come back from some sort of holiday break, and that's the first thing we get to talk about.
I'm not doing this. I'm not flipping out. I don't see aliens on planes. There's another lady. I can't play it because she curses up a storm. But if you pay attention on social media, there's a woman who started screaming out, "I'm being sex trafficked," I think is what she said.
Oh, yeah. I'm being human trafficked.
Yeah, I'm being human trafficked. And everybody's filming her. And she goes, "Put this on TikTok. I'm being human trafficked." So when you do that, you're guaranteed that somebody is going to post this stuff online, especially if you're doing a sex act in front of a huge crowd of people. You don't get your privacy after that. You've waived that. I guess so. My God. And I'm going to put myself down when the aliens visit and they take a look at us, or some other civilization looks at us afterwards. I'm going to put myself down as, if you do that, that is gross as hell. I don't care where you're doing it, what the circumstances are.
Wait, just the general act?
Just the general act of doing it. Yeah.
Two consenting adults?
Yes. Oh. No, I don't want to stop them from doing it legally. I just think that is gross, man. That is absolutely vile, and I will never bring myself down. It's an advanced move, I guess. And to me, it's just like the one thing that you shouldn't do with your body. Like, if you think of all the things.
Exit only, yeah.
The one thing you shouldn't do with your body is put your, on that spot. It seems like it would be a real bad idea, but there they are doing it in public. Meanwhile, here's the story. They absolutely do. Here's the story I was talking about, where I said I don't believe that this is going to change, but it says from CNN today, Walmart, Costco, and other companies are rethinking self-checkout. And they said the backlash against self-checkout is growing, and stores are starting to dial back on the technology after it exploded over the past few years. They said Booths, a British supermarket chain, said it's removing self-checkout stations in all but 2 of its 28 stores. In the United States, Walmart, Costco, Wegmans, and other chains have also revised their self-checkout strategies. Our customers have told us over time that the self-scan machines that we've got in our stores can be slow, they can be unreliable, and they're obviously impersonal. That's the Booths grocery store managing director. And so their idea is that self-checkout is going to be dying, and they're not going to do this anymore. And I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, like especially when you go to some stores like some of the Walmarts where there is no checkout that is not done by yourself. Hardly at all.
Yeah, by the way, nobody's forced to do self-checkout. I don't know that there's any locations where they only have it.
In the Amsterdam airport.
Oh, they only had self-checkout as an option?
Yeah, they had they had somebody that was monitoring it in one of the airport convenience stores, but everyone else had to use self-checkout.
Yeah, was it the kind where you scan it yourself and you check out, or was it like some of the stores where there's Amazon stores where you just connect your credit card to your phone, you pick up whatever you want, walk out of the store, and it charges you automatically.
It was scan the stuff, and then most of them you can, like, Apple Pay is such a huge thing, so I just scanned my phone, and then I found it strange. One, that was the first self-checkout I'd seen at an airport, but you also had to scan your boarding pass.
Oh, really? I wonder why they're doing that, just to make sure that it's you connected to your credit card. I just think once these places open up self-checkout, if they find that it saves them money and they don't have to pay an employee and pay insurance for an employee, these places, they're after money. That's what they're after. It's a capitalist setup. It's a company that's trying to make a profit. I don't think that they're going to, unless it hits their bottom line, remove the robots from the process. And so far, I haven't seen that many people complaining about this. I do absolutely agree it's impersonal. If you have an entire store and there's no human beings and it's all like self-checkout, it's a weird experience. It's not very warming at all. So I get that. And I think that that's kind of a smart thing to consider. But having it as an option is good, I think. Fernando says, have both options, not just one cashier and 30 self-checkouts, and I have 100 items. Every place I've been has been majority humans and then one little section for self-checkout. Even Home Depot, which was early in on this, but this article is suggesting they're rethinking that and they're going to see a death of the self-checkout.
Does that mean they're seeing a lot of theft maybe, or?
I wouldn't be surprised by that because it seems easy, doesn't it? And if you don't have somebody checking the receipts on the way out the door, which is, I think, one of the worst experiences. Like Costco does that. It's always so weird. Like, you've just made your purchases at Costco. You paid for them. Then you roll your thing out the door and they go, let me see if you stole anything from us. And you're like, damn. All right, I get it.
Yeah, but they were doing that before there was self-checkout, which I always thought was odd. But also, Costco's got a lot more expensive stuff than a What's the most expensive thing you could buy at Publix?
Oh, I don't know.
What's the most expensive one item do you think you could buy at Publix? A really nice bottle of champagne?
Probably. I'm trying to think.
Or like a whole beef tenderloin?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the stuff that people get on Supermarket Sweep. Like, the biggest thing of diapers or the biggest turkey you could find. Those things are higher priced, but that's nothing compared to what Costco has. Costco's got items in the thousands, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they got real expensive stuff.
80-inch televisions.
Right. All right, let's go over to you. Let's get into a couple of dispatches. And here is what can Brown do for you with a dispatch. Let's see what they have to say. Hang on, let me get this all queued up. There it is.
Good afternoon, junkies. Now that they've charged that one guy with the death of the hockey player, due to accidental death, with DeMar Hamlin, the Bucks safety, I wonder if the guy that hit him would have also been charged with. I mean, they were both accidental deaths on the field or the
got a
ice
beat there.
DeMar Hamlin survived.
Game.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would have been looked at equally, or if just because it was, the throat and an ice skate, if that one seemed to be more harsh or not.
Well, you got to remember one thing, and this is important. This happened in England, and England's laws are crazy. England's laws are like, I would never live in England solely because I so strongly disagree with the legal system there. For instance, they, like every other city, are dealing with these pro-Palestine and pro-Israel protests where people are hitting the streets. And recently at one of the pro-Palestine protests, there was all these photos of people with their signs. And some of the signs were outrageous and offensive and, no place in decent society. But the cops were posting them all on Twitter, and they chose select signs that they were like, this is too far, and they arrested the people. They went around and rounded up a whole bunch of people. And thousands of people in England, thousands of people get arrested for things that they post online, tweets that they send out, or even emails that they send to another person can lead to their arrest. So their laws are not as good. Their justice system is not as solid as the United States in terms of people's actual rights. So I don't know if they're going to get this guy, but C-Lane's point was that there was an older video of the hockey player doing this same incredibly dangerous move.
According to somebody on the texting service. I have not done any research on this, so don't quote me. What you
But
just
if that's true, that would be at least one piece of evidence that this was intentional. If it was intentional, then the guy should be charged with it. So we'll see what happens with that case moving forward.
Or maybe not intentional to kill the guy, because again, it didn't indicate in the text whether or not the previous person was killed. I think we would know.
I would hope it wasn't the second person.
If this is your second body, I think we should know this by now.
Yeah.
But it would at least point to like a long history of negligence as far as how you play your game.
Of course, that would be a dangerous thing for the person to be doing, and thereby putting the other person in danger. I don't know if this is going to result in him being convicted on anything, but it's an interesting case to watch at the very least. Let's go to a couple more dispatches. We have some time. Here's Indica Soul with us. Hello.
Sabrina, welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
C-Lane, Sean.
Hello.
Yeah, self-checkout. Dying. It's definitely dying. So is the automobile and electric cars, the internet, cell phones. It's all dying. No, I don't want to go back to somebody checking me out because they are slow.
Mm-hmm. And judgy.
You know what they do over in China? They just go in the store, they shop, and the cameras just scan everything, and there is not even a self-checkout. I don't think we're going to start going backwards again. Whoever is saying this is probably over 70. All right.
It's true. Some boomer that's disconnected from all this. Speaking of what they do in other countries, I saw in Japan.
Bam, nice.
Wow.
Thought about it when he said China,
Right,
and I brought it up, and I was ready to go. Professional, except for that old story I told earlier. Very professional otherwise. So in Japan, I was just watching this travel video on in Japan. I was watching this travel video, and they have all kinds of cool technology for shopping. One of the things they have is they have vending machines everywhere in Japan. They're all over the place. And the vending machines will have a wide variety of options for you. And they don't just have cold drinks. They also have hot stuff. So if the button's blue, then it's a cold thing, like it's got a cold sandwich or a cold drink in there. If the button is red, then it's like a hot item that's being kept to temp in there, or like a coffee beverage. Or shopping is way better in Japan. I think it's superior in all of these different ways when you are shopping in the country that is known by most people to be called
Japan.
Needed a little time there to get to that. We'll hear from one or two more dispatchers, and before too long, we'll get set up for the next episode. That's coming up in a bit. Here's Daytona Beach Travis.
So I worked at EDC Orlando, and I have the last couple. And a couple interesting facts is... First off, they canceled it for next year, along with Okeechobee. No. And then second off...
Did they?
There's about 500 phones stolen every day at the festival.
That wouldn't surprise me, actually.
And by the way, there's a lot more, I would say, XX-rated stuff that happens there than just the two videos you saw.
Did he say 500 phones a day? Because that sounds a little high. But 500 phones throughout the festival. There's a lot of people there. And as everybody knows who's been to a festival, it's super commonplace that people go and steal everybody's phones and even get caught. I remember at Sunfest in the last year, they had that, I believe. There was somebody who got busted. They caught him because somebody felt them reaching in their back pocket and trying to steal their phone. And when they looked in the person's bag, there were dozens of phones that they had stolen from the event.
I'm surprised that number hasn't gone down a little bit, considering how much people use their phones at these festivals now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just like gripped in their hands the entire time.
Wait, didn't one of the two of you get their phone stolen at a festival?
I did.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, I got pickpocketed at M&M.
Not me. I have a string attached.
Where did you have the phone, C-Lane?
In my pocket.
In your back pocket or your front pocket?
Front pocket.
How the hell can somebody get the phone out of your front pocket?
It wasn't in the cargo part. That's why you have them.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't like buttoned up or something. Like, because if I have jeans on and I have a phone in my front pocket, I feel like there's no way somebody could grab a phone out of that pocket.
You wear very tight jeans, Sean.
They're a little tight, but I mean, is everybody else wearing loose enough jeans so they don't feel it when you reach in there? Like, you're reaching towards somebody's crotch when you're doing that.
I think that somebody, because there was one person that was like going around the crowd dancing on people. and I was one of those people.
Oh.
And I think it distracted me.
What a move.
And while I was
it an attractive woman?
It was a woman, but it wasn't somebody that I would have been attracted to.
Didn't even think about that. Yeah, if you get like a big totem pole and wave it in somebody's face, you get distracted by that.
Them. That's a move, and they get good at this, and they somehow make money off of it. When we come back, we've got a couple that's been arrested for something that they decided to do in public themselves. And, well, it's honestly even maybe worse than what happened at that rave. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031, and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 eastbound at Conway Road. Traffic is backed up to Orange Avenue. Delays due to an accident on Old Winter Garden Road westbound east of Hempel Avenue. All lanes are blocked due to an accident on Beggs Road, eastbound west of Overland Road. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Colonial Drive at the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you. With over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com, it's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a human, like a friend, not like a number, like all the other mortgage companies would. And that's very important considering the chances being very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let That Mortgage Guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button and Don will review your quote today. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and work with an expert who has your best interest in mind. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your bear-hugging a pillow thing, your free-falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand-name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Dave Benyon with Zero Res. I just love this time of year as we reflect upon the things that matter most, like our families, our homes, and this great land in which we live. Zero Res has been blessed to serve this community for over 18 years, and I'm very grateful for you, all the good people of Jacksonville. Thank you. Let us help you get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, we will give you 25% off your tile cleaning. That's a huge saving on both carpet and tile. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
It's No Pay November at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get Black Friday savings all month on every new and used car. And pay no money down, no interest financing, and no payments for 6 months. How can you say no? Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando, OrlandoNissan.com, home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. We'll take you all the way back to Dancing with the Stars Season 1 and up through today for all the dance floor drama. Next question with Katie Couric. Katie brings the thoughtful, inquisitive, relatable style to a slew of new and intimate conversations with some of the most fascinating and innovative people in news, politics, and pop culture. The Uppity Knitter Podcast with Saida Garrett, featuring musicians that Saida is friends with discussing their interesting and unusual hobbies. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
And I do want to do something really quickly. I think it's important to do this from time to time, just so we keep tabs on the people who are elected to run this country. They're all adults. They're working on things. They're trying to make the world a better place. So let's just poke in and see what's going on in the United States Senate. We got Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin, and he's talking to one of the guys from the Teamsters Union. And these are just adults figuring things out. These are professionals. They're politicians, and they are of the people. And there are folks who would not act silly in front of anybody else, or much less the folks watching the Senate. So let's see what happened. Here we go.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours.
All right, what Senator Mullin is mad about here is, I guess this Teamsters guy had said online that he was not self-made, not a self-made man, got daddy's money or something. And he said, I worked hard. I started my own company. Now it continues on.
Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Okay.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Hey,
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution? Every Poland.
He's going to take off his wedding ring?
Yeah.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit Actively.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
Only Bernie Sanders can bring these kids back to earth here. He said, you're a United States Senator. They're like, hey, you know, you want to bring it? We'll do it right now. Let's fight. The guy stands up. They're gonna fight. These are grown-ass men who, one of them, the head of the Teamsters Union, which is a powerful dude. The other of them, a senator from Oklahoma. And they're going to duke it out in the Senate. My God. I like how Bernie Sanders is like, what the hell are you buffoons doing right now? And I do have to give credit to the Teamsters guy because he's like, you want to do it right here, right now? And the guy's like, yep, I do.
Sit your butt down. No, you sit your butt down.
You get up. No, you stand up.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
It's such a little kid thing.
Seriously.
No, you stand up. No, you stand up. You stand up. My God. The inmates are running the asylum is clearly what's going on here. Let's go over to this couple that I said is making their way into the news, and this is stolen early from This Week in Florida with no apologies.
Cool.
After C-Lane called me out earlier, I'm coming for him. They said there was a couple that got in some trouble after receiving multiple 911 calls around 9 p.m. on Friday. Sheriff's deputies responded to the causeway. Now, what the hell is a causeway? I can't picture it in my head.
Like a bridge.
All right. So it's like a bridge by the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay. They said they responded to this causeway and they discovered a couple having, quote, fully nude sexual intercourse in the presence of the victims. On the side of the causeway, cops found Sarah Fazekas, 55, and Robert Clark, 60, fully nude on top of one another. They said he was on his back with his genitals fully exposed to anybody
lot
around.
of detail.
A witness, you want some more details?
Let's do it.
A witness described the pair's encounter as crack to sack going to town.
Oh, my.
That's what...
Witnesses or one witness who has fun phrases?
It says a witness described the pair's encounter as crack
Nuts
to
to
sack.
butts.
It's in the police report. It says crack to sack going to town. While being taken into custody, Fazekas said, this was always a dream of mine, referring to having sexual intercourse on the causeway. So she
dreamed, girl.
Yeah, she dreamed to have sex on the causeway, and this guy was doing it with her. They said both of them showed zero remorse that multiple juveniles had witnessed this act. He also reportedly declared the children should be at home and not on the causeway. They both purchased Florida condos in 2021. They're booking photos. He was charged with lewd and lascivious exhibition, a felony. He's being held in the county jail, along with an exposure of sexual organs count. She was hit with felony narcotics charges after cops found clonazepam pills inside an Altoids container in her purse. She was freed after posting bond.
She didn't get the sexual charges.
She didn't get. Which one did he get that she didn't get? She didn't get lewd and lascivious exhibition.
Does that put you on the sex offenders list?
I don't know. I guess maybe it might be able to. Yeah, and here's the weird thing. He's being held in the county jail in lieu of $50,000 bond and has been ordered by a judge to have no contact with children. This doesn't really have that much to do with children. They were just having sex in public. I guess some kids saw them.
Or did he do something in particular once he noticed the
nothing
kids were there?
Nothing in the report says anything about like that they did anything, just that they were openly having sex.
To crack.
Yeah, just the sack to crack with the kids being somewhere around able to watch that happening. I didn't know that was a dream of people to have sex on the causeway. This is a new one for me, but everybody's got their thing, so that was theirs. Also, they released the first photos, and I wanted to see this so bad, but now I finally can. The first photos released of that bag of Coke that was found at the White House.
What?
Wow.
And
we'd never see him.
It's so great. It's exactly what you would think it was. Here's a picture for those on the stream. It's just a little bag of Coke.
I mean, it's a pretty full bag.
It's a bag of Coke. It's in one of the lockers, and it's just sitting there. It's just hanging out. I don't know if the door was closed, and then they opened it to reveal that there was a bag of cocaine, but it's just one bag.
It just seems so planted.
Yeah, it's right on the edge, right there in this locker. If you had opened the locker to get your stuff out, and amongst your things was a bag of cocaine, you would have thought you would have seen that right there. But I don't know. Somebody was behind this, and now they've finally released the photos. All right, what's coming up on the next episode?
Oh, God. I'll tell you. What's coming up on the next episode? Barry Manilow has revealed why he kept his love for man on the low for decades. No one asked for it, but one person did it anyways, and now we know how rich Robin was on How I Met Your Mother. Plus, Christmas is coming early and possibly in the greatest way for Christopher Dolores Lane. Find out why and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. We do have another gloomy and showery day. Those passing showers continuing throughout this afternoon. We're likely going to be seeing afternoon highs in the upper 70s through the Orlando metro, so staying below seasonal today. Rain chances will continue to increase with the highest chance on Thursday. It is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the heavy rain that's expected with the potential for flooding. Remember to depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team.
This report is sponsored by OrlandoJobs.com.
Don't miss Central Florida's largest diversity career fair. Friday, November 17th at the Amway Center. Over 130 employers, over 6,000 open jobs, free parking, and professional headshots. Register now at OrlandoJobs.com. Get a better job today. OrlandoJobs.com.
On the new true crime podcast, Unrestorable. Dive into the heartbreaking case of a mother declared not competent to stand trial, a father seeking justice for the children he lost, and the mental health laws that could let her walk free.
We're very punitive. We have just an extraordinarily high rate of incarceration in this country and a still pretty stigmatizing view of mental illness.
Listen to Unrestorable on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit one classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
On the next Access Hollywood, Keenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell together again. Good Burger is back. Access has new details about Kel's recent health scare.
CT scan, EKGs, everything.
Plus,
most famous person that's slid into the DMs.
Golf cart confessions with Ariana Madix and the making of her unforgettable revenge dress.
When you put that bad boy on, you knew, this is it.
Yeah, I did.
Were there other dresses?
Next, Access Hollywood.
And Mario Lopez here. Join me for Access Hollywood tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Selling your car doesn't have to be difficult. This is easy. Do you want the most money for your vehicle? Of course you do. And a hassle-free process? That's GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and thousands of online reviews. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At At Target, your favorites are our favorites. And when you can save on your favorites too, yes please. This week only, get 20% off select breakfast essentials. That's 20% off all bagged and K-Cup coffee. Talk about essential. From brands like Good & Gather, Starbucks, and more. 20% off all cereal, like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, the list goes on. And 20% off Tropicana and Simply Orange Juice too. But these deals end Saturday, so it's time for a Target run. Restrictions apply.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Twitter. It's not just for dragging people. It's mostly real radio, just for dragging people. 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The only radio show strong enough to fight off a Category 5 hurricane. This
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Hey, if you miss any of the show, you can always get caught up with us on the podcast, and that's totally free, waiting for you at thenewsjunkie.com. You can subscribe right there on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcast. Throw us up a review if you have some time. That's much appreciated. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Have a nice night, baby girl.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Dawn. ThatMortgageGuyDawn.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing or buying your first dream home, perhaps you're just curious about getting either process started, work with someone who has your best interest in mind. It's part of the Real Radio family who made the process easy by going to ThatMortgageGuyDawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDawn.com.
Ready to feel old?
Oh, I guess.
20 years ago on this day, 2003, this guy released his 8th album that included this song.
If you having girl problems, I
Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Album.
Oh, I was about to offer 2 points, and you get it. The Black Album is right. 20 years ago today, featuring 99 problems. And it was 25 years ago today that perhaps one of those problems was Carmen Electra's marriage to Dennis Rodman. Because that happened.
I remember that.
98,
yeah.
And the nation was left shooketh after they divorced less than 6 months later.
So unpredictable.
I know, but it happens. Love is love sometimes. And we move on because everyone is really in love with the idea that we got TV back, baby. And it was the first network to announce what's coming back, a little bit delayed. CBS, everybody.
Okay.
Officially the first broadcast network to announce the premiere dates for the delayed 2023-2024 season, which is now kicking off in February. Riddle me this again. Super Bowl is on Fox, right?
Is it? Okay. I believe you.
So they're hoping that these shows, if people don't want to watch the big game, will be watching the following. NCIS and NCIS UAI. That'll be back February 12th. FBI, FBI International, and FBI Most Wanted will start their seasons off on the 13th. Young Sheldon's coming back, baby.
Yay!
On the 15th. Young Sheldon, is that also a kid show as well? I haven't watched it. I mean, I've seen Big
It's just
Bang
like
Theory,
the spin-off of 2.5 Men, right?
No, it's Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a different thing then. Yeah, the 2.5 Men kid went crazy at some point, I think.
Did he? Oh, he was.
Yeah, he got super religious, and he like swore off all the episodes of 2.5 Men he did. He was
And then
upset.
Charlie Sheen with the tiger blood.
Yeah, you got that too.
SWAT returns for its 7th and final season. SWAT was the one that they had canceled and then they brought back out of nowhere. I thought we talked about that before the strike.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
the actor in it was like super passionate about it on Twitter. The one that's also in Criminal Minds, I forget his name.
Right. And The Equalizer is back for its 4th season on February 18th. So we're back, baby. We are back.
There are so many of those shows that are just all the same to me. Like NY Fire and Chicago Fire and CSI, and there's so many of them.
And they're like in the Law and Order franchise. There's a lot of them that are related to each other that don't start with Law and Order.
Yeah.
I think Chicago Fire is somehow related to it.
I can't imagine how much money they've made off of that whole universe.
They keep doing crossovers
Did
too.
you see Benson's boobs though this past weekend?
No.
All right, that's
Who's Benson?
Olivia Benson, Law and Order SVU.
Is that Mariska Hargitay?
Oh yeah, just Google it. Put it on See It Now, or just.
Did Celia
see it
just
now
say
yourself.
a name?
Mariska. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've seen Law and Order SVU, the main two people, right? Elliot Stabler and.
I don't know. I may have never watched an episode. I probably it's so big. I've probably seen it, but I've never sought out an episode.
So TV is back, but also Twitter will come back to haunt you, and that right now is doing it for Brittany Mahomes. You know her as the wife of Patrick Mahomes, and she was recently seen with Taylor Swift, and she may be losing her spot on the squad because some old hate tweets have surfaced. You gotta be careful with that. They will search. They're from 10 years ago.
Damn.
And someone went back.
How old is she now?
It was back in 2012 when she was 17 when Brittany Mahomes tweeted this out.
She's a teenager.
She tweeted this to Taylor Swift. I want to know when you're going to find something different to write about besides boys and relationships. Zing.
Take that, Taylor.
The following year, she posted an angry face emoji along with the phrase, Taylor Swift winning everything. Ugh. Now, Brittany has apparently deleted the tweets, but screenshots are circulating all over the place, and Swifties are not happy. So
How
watch your back,
cold-hearted
girl.
would it be if this whole thing was a plot by Taylor Swift to get revenge on a 17-year-old girl by waiting for 10 years and then dating her football star brother and then breaking up with him to break his heart and putting that in another breakup song and then retweeting
Full
her
circle.
afterwards? Yeah.
Full circle.
I like it.
Anne Hathaway just recently revealed that when she started out in showbiz as a child, someone told her that her career would, quote, fall off a cliff by the time she was 35.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wrong about that one.
I would hope so, because I still got 2 years before I guess would fall off a cliff. At the time, there were probably maybe some real truth to that, some people were saying, but she just turned 41 on Sunday, and things are working out pretty good for Anne Hathaway, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that has evolved during that time is more women are having careers deeper into their lives, which I think is fantastic. She also added, obviously, it doesn't mean we should have a ticker tape parade. Is that the name of the episode? Someone said this to me the other day. There's so much to be proud of, and there's so much to fix. So congratulations and happy birthday, Annie.
Never heard of a ticker tape parade?
No. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
say
like
that I have.
an old-timey way to talk about a parade. Ticker tape.
What's a ticker tape?
I don't know what the ticker tape stands for. Is it
Ticker tape used to be a thing that like really
from the stock market, right?
Important businessmen had like basically a little typewriter that would type out the stock ticker in real time.
What's a typewriter?
Gotcha. God. You know what I've seen about that recently that made me lose it and think I'm so old? They said nobody under 25 knows what this is. And I looked at the photo and everybody in the comments is like, I've never seen that before in my life. And it was a car cigarette lighter.
No.
And I go, oh, that's right. The younger people don't have these and they've never seen these before.
When the EDM girl was live on Instagram, I told you guys about it Monday, and someone commented ASL, and she goes, "What is that?"
Oh, no.
And another girl goes, "Oh, it's from the MySpace days." That was before we were born. I've never felt so old in my damn life.
Oh my God, it's like BC and AD. MySpace days dates me. Jesus.
What's up with Tom, anyways? Anyway.
Touring the world.
Speaking of throwbacks, MySpace days. How about Good Burger? Good Burger 2 is coming to Paramount Plus. This was my time. I loved Good Burger. And after so many years, they announced not too long ago that they were going to have Keenan and Kel back with their roles as Dex and Ed. And it's simply titled Good Burger 2. And along with that, Arby's is now selling the Good Burger 2 meal.
Oh,
it's
wow.
a combo that features Arby's Deluxe Wagyu Steakhouse Burger with crinkle cut fries and a strawberry shake. Now, the blended burger includes, I had no idea Arby's was doing Wagyu beef. That's weird to think about.
It seems like it would be expensive, but maybe it is expensive.
Well, it's only 50% Wagyu, and the rest is ground beef, topped with American cheese, shredded lettuce, tomato pickles, blah, 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 blah. As most limited time meals go, the combo won't come cheap. In New York City, the medium size will set you back how much money? Good Burger 2 meal.
All right, Good Burger 2 meal. Don't go too high or she'll get mad about that.
But just think about a fast food restaurant for a medium-sized fry, strawberry shake, and a burger.
$12.99.
That's a great guess. Thank you, Sean.
$13.99.
Also a great guess, $13.09. And the large one will cost you $14.19. So go get yours while you have the chance. Good Burger 2 premieres November 22nd on Paramount Plus. And perhaps after the Good Burger meal, you can get yourself a Guy Fieri spiked fruit punch.
Hell yeah.
Now, Flavor Town's going to get liquidated in one way or another. Well, not like he still has it, but he's going to make some liquids. I don't know if he's ever come out with a drink before, but...
He's got that tequila.
Oh.
But is this a drink you can get in stores?
It's an adult Kool-Aid, and I don't see where it's going to be released because now it's just talking about all the great things he does. All right, it's okay. He's teamed up with Two Roads Brewing to create Flavor Town Spiked, a line of adult beverages that will make their debut when the boozy fruit punch starts hitting the shelves this month. So you can get it at your favorite liquor store. It'll have 6% ABV, and it's going to be frosty like his tips. 100% taste test before settling on the optimal formula. Mr. Boomtown says the fruit punch is currently the only entry in the Flavor Town Spiked lineup. So should be fun for everyone in 2024. Will you try it?
Yeah, I would try that for sure.
I know C-Lane is going to be drinking champagne after this last story here. Lee Greenwood. You know him. You love him. But I'm not talking
I know him.
directly to C-Lane, who is not a fan. But you might be a fan of this. He's released 22 albums and 40 singles. And at the end of 2024, he will be retiring.
How great that
Retiring from what? Is he still playing this stupid song?
News to me, he has 22 albums and 40 singles.
He has 22 albums, 40 singles, and at gunpoint, I can only name one song.
Just because you release a single, it doesn't mean anybody played it.
You know how old he is?
He's in his 70s?
81 years old.
Damn.
And he's hanging it up because of health issues, so get your Deadpools ready. I have titanium knees. I have a titanium cage on my back with 10 screws. I just don't think I could do this much longer with the two boys in college.
Sounds like you can.
It also sounds like you don't really have a rager of a concert, Mr. Lee Greenwood.
Boys in college?
Yeah.
He's 81 years old, and he has two college-age kids?
Well, after that song came out, you know how much pee he was slanging?
Yeah. My God.
So, happy retirement. We still get one more year with him, though. Congratulations, Christopher. You did it. You wished it. You manifested it. Lee Greenwood is retiring.
I think everybody should be able to retire, but...
On the boob tube, we have Dancing with the Stars, the series premiere of NCIS Sydney. Arnar. Name That Tune on Fox, Celebrity Squares, the 1-hour special Jay-Z and Gayle King, Brooklyn's Own on CBS, and you can catch Ed Helms on Seth Meyers. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, so much to get into as we roll on. We want to take your dispatches from thenewsjunkie.com. And once again, this animal, it's out of control. It's a danger to us all. An otter appears back in the news in a story that you're going to have to hear to believe. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special this Sunday when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to San Francisco to face the 49ers. Coverage starts at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound and westbound through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. The off-ramp right lane is blocked from Florida's Turnpike to Orange Blossom Trail and Beggs Road. All lanes are closed eastbound west of Overland Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Uni, a product of ePass.
What would you do with the time and money you save with ePass?
Probably just take a nice long nap.
Correct! Yes! This week only, get the 19-state portable Uni for just $5. Or pick up the always free toll sticker at getepass.com.
Whoa, what happened to my grocery store?
This is your grocery store.
No, this is
a farmer's market?
Yes.
Any grocery store is like a farmer's market when you shop Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida brings the farmer's market to wherever you buy groceries. Look for our logo or ask for Fresh from Florida.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
If your property has been damaged in a storm, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Mills Air is looking for experienced service techs. Nate certified is a plus, but not required. We have been in business for over 30 years right here in Central Florida. Great pay and benefits. Sign-on bonus depending on experience. Apply at millsair.com.
Stella Artois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at 310 Lakeside in downtown Orlando Friday, November 17th from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, let's start with a Stella.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no 2 people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store, and now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Visit one of our 11 Orlando Sleep Number stores or visit sleepnumber.com.
Here
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer said about her experience.
After researching several fence companies, my husband and I decided to go with Fence Outlet. They gave us several fencing options and were quick with responses and ideas. They even offered 0 down, 0% financing for 12 months, which was huge for us. We are loving our Fence Outlet fence that adds to the beauty of our home and security for our family.
Thank you, Fence Outlet.
Go to fenceoutlet.com today. Financing with approved credit. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
What is Light Imaging FLA? Hey, Russ Rollins here. Basically, they save lives with FDA-approved state-of-the-art low-dose radiation scanners. They can easily detect heart disease and cancer before a patient has any symptoms. My sister just found out she has stage 4 cancer. Everyone she talks to, she says, get a scan if you can. If you're fighting stage 1 cancer, that's much easier than fighting stage 4 cancer. And also, as far as heart attacks, did you know 30 to 40% of the heart attacks in America, the first symptom is sudden death. 1 out of 3 people will die from heart disease. So these are things that you really should get looked at, and Life Imaging FLA can help you with that now. And there's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. You can do it now by calling pound 250, pound 250. Say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll have an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. I did this, and I know my heart is good, which is awesome news. Life Imaging FLA.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Give it them today with energy today.
For 60 years, our team of expert electricians has been here to help you with all your energy needs, so there's no need to wait or worry when it comes to your electric. Right now, get $100 off any electrical service.
Peace of mind, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with energy today.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich. Back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade. A refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverage is artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
Expensive. It's hard to get by these days. Even the former president is struggling out there financially, it would seem, if there's any truth to this story from the Hollywood Reporter. He's got, of course, Truth Social, which C-Lane truths a lot. He's one of the power users on Truth Social.
Yeah, but just to be ironic, I fill it full of falses.
Yeah. That's okay to do that. I think they have space for everybody over on Truth Social. Or maybe not. I don't know. I've never been on there once in my life. I've only seen screenshots of Truth Social on Twitter. But that's where Trump posts his stuff. And he's basically the only one keeping it afloat. And now I think this is a result of these cases, especially the one in New York City. They're looking into the finances of all this stuff. And it's revealed that since launching in early 2022, former President Donald Trump's Truth Social took in $3.7 million in net sales. So that means all the advertising it's brought in is $3.7 million. Let's just do a comparison. Celine, look up Twitter 2022 net sales. See if we could find that. And we'll compare it to the $3.7 million that Truth brought in.
Now with net sales, that doesn't include what they profited, right? Because it obviously costs money to run the thing.
That's just the money and ad revenue that they got. It's just $3.7 million over that whole time.
Wait. Net means without expenses, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just the raw number.
I only have the revenue. I don't have expenses for Twitter, but it's a lot more.
Is it more than 3.7 million?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like a little bit.
What is it?
4.4 billion in revenue.
It's just another zero,
Yeah,
or,
and a different letter.
Actually, another zero wouldn't even do it. It's a couple of zeros. 3 zeros? Yeah, that'll do it, I think. And it's a lot less over at Truth Social with 3.7 million in net sales. They lost
in 2020. Twitter made 3.7 billion.
Right. They lost $73 million on that at Truth Social. So it's not a profit-making business. Mm-hmm. It's bringing in 3.7 million and losing 73 million. The numbers are the first time that any internal financial details on the social platform have been shared publicly, and they show us all that this is really probably not going to last that long. They said in 2022, Truth Social lost $50 million on just $1.4 million of net sales.
Wow.
Through the first 6 months of this year, it brought in $2.3 million, but still lost $23 million. So they're just burning money. And they only have one person that is posting and getting any real attention. They said the company was originally valued at $875 million. There's no way. I mean, you can't have Truth Social that brings in $3.7 million through the course of its life, and the company worth $875 million. TMTG is the parent company, though. They may own some other platforms. I would hope so, because otherwise they're not worth anywhere near that right now. Not even close. There's a lot of other people just struggling out there trying to get a house in a time where things are very, very expensive. The Zoomers couldn't be any more mad about the Boomers, because the Boomers bought houses for $50,000 and now they're worth $500,000. The Zoomers say, screw you, I can't afford it. I'm not making enough money. And now they're saying the people who are buying homes still, more and more, it's single women. Single women is double that of men buying homes right now. The average woman buying her first home is 38 years old. The average single man is 33.
Is he single, like, in the sense of unmarried?
Yes, as in unmarried, right. Buyers are older.
Is exactly what they put in my wife's mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an unmarried woman.
They said buyers are older. The average first-time home buyer is 35 years old, up from 29 in the 1980s. But it's older people who are buying cozy two-bedrooms after selling their old homes. The median age of a repeat home buyer is about 58. Back in 1981, that was 36. And it's obvious why that is. It's expensive. So imagine you don't have any kind of legacy wealth coming in. What do I mean by that? Imagine your parents don't leave you a house. Your parents don't leave you any money, or you don't get anything significant from them. Now you don't have the money to put a down payment to get a house of your own because nothing was passed on. That is a huge problem for people. So you didn't get any legacy money from your family. Your parents didn't have a house that they passed on to you, and you're looking at houses for sale. And the houses that are for sale, let's say like a decent house, $300-something thousand or whatever, the median price is right now. If you look at that, you go, how am I ever going to get that house? It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe this person is making $35,000, $40,000 a year. It's very difficult to get started with that. Now, if your parents leave you some money, they invested over the years, 401ks, retirement funds, all of these things that you should be doing too, then they give you a lump sum upon their death, And with that, you can use it as a down payment to get the house that you want. And then you pass it along to your kids, et cetera, et cetera. That's why legacy wealth is so important. And I don't believe up until a certain point, maybe like $1 million, it should be taxed very heavily. That's how you get started out there. But now it's very, very difficult for people to just jump right in and get a house. So they're older when they do. Otters are dangerous. Sabrina, while you were gone, we had 2 different stories about people, yes, who were attacked by otters. They look adorable, but they are mass murderers when left alone.
So they murdered people is what you're saying.
Well, they tried. One person was bitten, I think, 30 times by an otter or several otters, perhaps. And they could do a number on you. Usually it's when somebody gets too close to a nesting area or
makes sense.
Something else is going on where they're being territorial. But there's a photo or videos that were captured by a guy named David Urastorza. And in the video, you can see an otter kicking an alligator's ass. The otter is fighting.
Okay, I like this. I like this matchup.
You imagine that, otter versus alligator? I would think gulp, the alligator just automatically eats up the otter, but it was bullying the alligator, and they were not scared of it at all. They weren't deterred when they saw the alligator. They kept darting back and forth from the water's edge, seemingly taunting it. The otters are just going nuts out there. It's a weird time to be alive. That's why I want to hear from you. And let's work in a dispatch or two to see what's going on, see what the temperature is out there. Here's Not Your Average Joe. He's talking about causeway sex.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
C-Lane, congrats, Big Daddy. Sabrina,
thank you.
Nice to have you back from Ireland, girl.
Thank you.
Sean, now listen, man, causeway sex is an advanced move. You're going to have to master shower sex before you even think about working your way up to that.
And
now,
just
we all
started
know
the shower
most
stuff.
advanced move is butt stuff on a boat ramp.
Had not heard that jam before, sir, but thanks for sharing it with us.
We did.
Did we?
Yeah, because
what is that from? Is that old school on the show?
It was a news story that we had. It was, last year, maybe earlier this year.
Oh, I don't remember this at all.
And it was,
I almost always remember.
Yeah, butt stuff on a boat ramp, and somebody did the song for us. It was very nice.
I'm missing pieces of my brain these days. I usually
You're getting older,
save
man.
every single story, and I've got it all locked away in a lockbox. C-Lane, didn't you say there was an update on the couple that was busted having sex on the causeway?
Yeah, the guy who got ordered not to have any contact with children by the judge. Well, that's because he was already a sex offender, already a registered sex offender. He was a former Department of Defense employee. He pleaded guilty in 2009 to a federal child pornography charge and was already a registered sex offender. He said he didn't really have any remorse, or he didn't show any remorse that he subjected kids nearby to the sight of their act, declaring that children should be at home and not at the causeway.
Not watching him. But that's why he got in different levels of trouble than she did, I guess. Here's, Angry Irish Man with a dispatch.
Damar Hamlin was a safety, or is a safety. Safety or cornerback, I can't really remember. So he's on the defense, and he hit the guy with the ball. That's how football works. So in a sense, Damar Hamlin kind of did it to himself, whereas the hockey player did like this karate kick swing thing with a skate. And
yes.
It's just completely different scenarios. You can't compare the two.
You're right. See, in the Damar Hamlin situation, there was nothing unorthodox that happened. Everything that happened was expected, except, unfortunately, somebody was injured as a result of the hit on the field. In the hockey example, it is absolutely unorthodox that a player is swinging their skate around up in the air. In fact, I'm quite sure, even though I have very limited knowledge about ice hockey, that you're not allowed to do that. I would guess it would be some sort of penalty if you're swinging your skate around in the air because of the dangers that could come from it. Here's what Brown can do for you, talking about NCIS.
Good afternoon, morning, junkies.
Hey.
Y'all were talking about all the different TV shows, the CSIs and NCISs. Did you happen to catch the NCIS Sydney commercials a couple days ago?
No.
Being that it's Australian, the joke's always upside down. The entire commercial was upside down. And I thought something was up with my TV until they showed, the title and all that after the entire commercial ran upside down. I thought that was pretty neat, pretty original. Bye.
Thank you.
That's weird that they would do that, though. I wouldn't consider like NCIS for its comedy.
No, I wouldn't either. It's kind of a more serious show, right? Like a drama, maybe more than anything. NCIS is one that I just never got attracted to. And then I was so far out of that whole universe, and I look over and there's
You're more attracted to Special Victims Unit?
No, I'd never watched any of those shows.
Got obsessed.
Telling you. And I wish we did, because if I watched Law & Order, if I watched the first episode of Law & Order, I was like, this is a pretty good little show. I'd have the biggest database of shows to binge whenever I wanted to. Because isn't there hundreds and hundreds of episodes of that show?
Oh, yes. And despite me thinking I've watched it 3 times over, I still have moments where I'm like, I don't remember seeing this episode.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
There's so many of those. All right, one more real quick. Here's One Nut the King.
Agent 1 realizing that he has his bag of Coke in his hand that he just got a big old fat rail out of in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Agent number 2 standing behind him. Hey, man, is that a bag of cocaine in your hand?
Uh-oh.
Agent number 1. No, man, I just found it laying right here in this cabinet right here. Yeah, laying right here like this, like that, man. That's not mine, man. I didn't just do a fat rail. No, man, I didn't do that. No, I mean.
Okay.
Could have been. It's a good conspiracy. Maybe somebody got caught and they're like, no, I found it right here in this locker. It was just right on the edge here. Or somebody just got sloppy, because they do from time to time. All right, quick break. When we come back, there is the most insane advice from a psychologist, a therapist, who said if you're having a panic attack, if you're starting to have a panic attack, there is one thing that you can do that is 100% effective in stopping that panic attack. And when I saw this advice, I said, I never would have thought to do this. I literally, this would be the last thing on the list.
Stop panicking.
Yeah, it's not that simple. It's a thing that they tell you to do that can stop panic attacks right in their footsteps. How do people say that? Stop them right in their tracks. That's how they say it. Stop them in their tracks. And it's very, very unguessable. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on the off-ramp from Florida's Turnpike to Orange Blossom Trail. The right lane is blocked. Delays due to an accident on US 192 eastbound at 429. The left lane is blocked. There's slowdowns eastbound and westbound on I-4 through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. And you can expect your regular delays on Colonial Drive by the interstate. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC's $5 Famous Bowl. Gift yourself something extra tasty this holiday season. Packed with creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, cheese, and gravy, all for just $5. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Hey, if you're stuck in a rut, you're just going to the same places over and over to watch the game and enjoy some food, you have got to check out Primrose Lanes. This place is phenomenal. I know I'm not big into the world of sports, but a lot of you are. And if you are into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Not only do they have the best food in town and great drinks, the bartenders are top notch, but they have a 130-inch 4K video wall. It is something you got to see to believe, and is crystal clear on this thing. It's the perfect place to watch the game. They have these super comfy chairs all laid out in this viewing room. And Primrose Lanes has great food. Check their menu out at primroselanes.com. Great drinks and so much fun stuff to do, including the bowling alley that's right there. So if you want to take the family out, take your friends out, relax a little bit, enjoy yourself, take a breather, and get some great food and watch the game, no better place to do it than Primrose Lanes. You can reserve your lane now or check out that menu, which I'd encourage you to do at primroselanes.com.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
I will take stressful situations for 500. This is one of the most stressful things you do. That is selling a quality pre-owned vehicle. That is correct. Autobuy pays the max for quality pre-owned cars, trucks and SUVs, even boats and motorcycles. Go to WePayTheMax.com.
Stella Artois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at 310 Lakeside in downtown Orlando Friday, November 17th from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, let's start with a Stella.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, car crashes, employee rights, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich. Back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade. A refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverage is artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the program, stop right now before it's too late. Don't fall for false promises and risk your business. All ERTC companies are not the same. The bottom line, there's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility, and being innovative with tax filings can lead to an audit. At ERTC.com, we won't mislead you to attest to your own eligibility. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started. With the ERTC.com Fast Track Refund Program, you may qualify to get your refund in as soon as 48 hours. Get started today at ERTC.com.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests.
Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics. It's the
show by sending a dispatch, and that's available over at thenewsjunkie.com. And no matter what kind of phone you have, you should be able to record it and get on the show with whatever your thoughts are. You want to yell at me a little bit? I'll take that. I can be the punching bag.
Hey, Sean, it's me. I think you're stupid.
They usually do that on the texting service. Please don't just text your anger at me. Send in a dispatch with your anger at me, because that way I can fire back. I miss the days, honestly. It's the only thing I miss about the phone system, where I could actually argue with you. We're going to try to, I don't know, I wish I could work that back in some way. There's some thoughts rolling around in my head about
you
this.
miss it? You were very anti-phones for a long time. The phone system just sounds terrible.
Because they do. It sucks. The audio quality of phones hasn't improved in
now
like
these
30
phone lines
years.
are about to blow up.
I wish that we could integrate it in a simple way, but I don't know. Maybe we could build something into the app. That might be the way to do it. But I want to yell at you a little bit. So if you want to yell at me, send me a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on yours right now. The lineup for this When We Were Young 2024 festival is bananas, man.
It's great.
This is a huge event now. I remember when they first launched this in Vegas and people were like, what's this gimmick? Is this going to work? And it was huge.
It was massive. I was desperate to go. And then remember, I mean, obviously I didn't go, but the first day, like hours before it was supposed to start, they had to cancel it because of the crazy winds.
Yeah, that's right. And then they've done it for 3 years, or this is the third year?
I thought this was the second year.
It says the punk-friendly When We Were Young festival is returning to Vegas for a third year in a row.
Time is flying.
Uprock says. And it says, this time, the bands will be performing albums in their entirety. So, like, My Chemical Romance is going to do all of the Black Parade, which would be so cool to see.
Moist.
Jimmy Eat World is going to do all of Bleed American. Dashboard Confessional is going to do all of Dusk and Summer. A Day to Remember is going to be doing Homesick. Fall Out Boy, I don't know what album they're going to be doing, but all these bands are in there.
It just says Fall Out Boy on the thing. It doesn't say...
I think they're going to be performing literally on fire. I think that's
probably.
Hey, that's just for the iHearts. Come on.
Commercial. I don't know what it says about rock music right now, though, that all these bands they've been around. They're established bands that have been around for a while that were bigger in the 2000s and 2010s,
MySpace
maybe.
days.
Yeah, I mean, back to that, actually. And it seems like newer rock music is not in a good way right now. I know there's some breakthrough bands, and it's like rock music is still alive. Look at this band doing very well.
Maneskin.
Okay, yes, they've been very successful.
I have no idea who they are.
I don't know any of their songs.
I see
either.
the name everywhere.
They're the ones that did the cover, the like most recent cover, because there's been many of Beggin'.
Oh, yeah, that was unnecessary. That song was so unnecessary. The original was good. It's a fast car all over again. So now,
but she won an award. Just no one knows what she looks like because they didn't put her picture up.
So now the rock world exists, and their hits are 2 songs that they've stolen from previous decades. That's what we got going on right now. That doesn't seem very healthy, I don't think. Somebody said Boy Genius on SNL. Are they? They're a rock band?
They're fun. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call them rock. I don't know if I'd call them rock. Maybe.
Rock has it's such an umbrella
They
term.
weren't hard rock, I guess.
Yeah, I understand. Like, there's a lot
alternative, but they both they have the instruments of a rock band.
There's a lot of fluidity around the word rock. I understand that, but I'm talking about
Wikipedia calls them an American indie supergroup.
Okay.
Why are they a supergroup?
Because they're made up of people who are in other bands.
Who are the bands?
Like a Traveling Wilburys.
Okay, Phoebe Bridgers I've heard of. I don't even know how.
Phoebe Bridgers. It's Julian Baker. who's been in some other stuff, and Lucy Dacus.
They're considered alternative in the system.
Uh-huh.
And only have one song here called Not Strong Enough.
Become famous, they become the big rapper of the moment, and then we're done with them. They're out of here, and then it's on to the next person.
Sure.
It's so fleeting in the rap world right now. It's on to the next person, on to the next person, and then you have the one like glowing person of the moment. Like, and you could watch that person change if you pay attention. It used to be like Nicki Minaj was very, very big, and she was at the center of all this
Watch your mouth.
stuff.
She's about to drop a new album.
But now you can't get away from Doja Cat. Doja Cat's on every song. You go in the car, drive for 30 minutes, you're going to hear 2 or 3 Doja Cat songs. Or Ice Spice, whoever pops up as a person of the moment. But rock, I don't think, is in a great spot. And rap is just really, truly, it's fleeting. You're only famous for a moment, and then NBA Youngboy or whatever the next rapper is pops up and steals that away.
But that's why these festivals are doing so well. It's because everyone doesn't care about the new music. They just want to ride the nostalgia train. And I'm about
why is it? Why is it that people don't care about the new music?
It goes back to a simpler time, to all the lyrics that you can remember, and all the lack of responsibility we had back then.
But you know what's craziest about this? If you go to when we were young and you have all these bands playing, it's not just going to be people in their 30s and their 40s that are at this show. Young people know these bands too. So the young people have like gone and listened to the stuff that's not new music, that's not on the radio right now, that's not maybe even tops on Spotify or whatever.
But you could say the same for us when we go to an Eagles show or Queen.
Yeah, that's true.
Journey.
Yeah, I mean, those bands I think are seen as classic. Maybe these are the classic groups of our time, and that's why it's hitting right now, and people just aren't connecting with the new stuff, and nostalgia is just ringing through. People have such a desire for nostalgia right now. And that could be to, I don't know if you were hinting at this or not, Sabrina, but that could be to a point where all the stuff we're seeing with politics is like so doom and gloom, and there's like a lot of bad stuff out there. And when you hear that song, you hear Dashboard Confessional or whomever playing a song, it makes you feel better. And I don't know, maybe that's working.
Well, I will let you guys know because I'm definitely going this year.
If that's the case, why aren't the rock stations just playing all these songs? They're playing all the music from these bands that were big back then. The All-American Rejects, are they still getting airplay? I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, a little. Didn't they do the Gives You Hell song? That was good.
Yeah.
It's getting a bunch of airplay. I don't know how old it is.
It did back then. I'm talking about now, and people still have an appetite for it.
So I love this idea that they did this year, and it doesn't seem that Fall Out Boy has taken to it, because it's really the only band that I've seen, maybe one other, on this lineup that doesn't list the album that they're going to play. And I wonder, like, how that's going to affect the people's attendance of certain bands in the lineup. Like, if they see, like, all right, My Chemical Romance is playing the Black Parade, the whole album. That is a must. That if I were going to this, that is a must see for me, right? Jimmy Eat World, they're doing Bleed American. That's got praise chorus, great song. It's got the middle. That was hugely popular. Sweetness, bunch. I was like, all right, that's good. That means Jimmy Eat World is going to play some of the songs that I know. Now we go way down the lineup to a band that I didn't even know had enough albums to qualify. Not a Surf.
Good for them.
It better be the popular album.
It is not the popular album.
Are you
Not
kidding
a
me?
Surf is playing the album Let Go, which was released in 2003, and not High Low, the album with Popular on it. So you're like, all right, I only know
But
one
they'll
song
play
from
Popular. They'll play Popular.
perhaps there'll be some people who go, well, I really like this band, Jimmy Eat World, but that wasn't my favorite album. So now I know that they're not going to play a variety of songs from different albums.
I'll go see a different band. I'll go see a different band that might be playing songs I want to hear, which it might not be great for the bands. It might not be great for Not a Surf, who's, who may look out, to the crowd and, see a whole lot of Pavement. But it's going to be
but
great.
When they say, like, by the album, do you think they're playing it from top to bottom? Or when they released that album and went on tour that year, like A Day to Remember, for example, but they didn't play that album in full. Like, they played the singles from it, I'm sure, and then there are other popular tracks, a couple new songs.
Let's stop on that for a second. Have you guys ever been to a show where you were going to see a band and they were going to perform one album? Because I know that happens a lot. When they do that, do they stray away from the album at all, or is it locked to just the album that they say, like Metallica's going to do the Inner Sandman tour?
In my case, I went with Bossman Bradshaw, and we went to see Bruce Springsteen. Mm-hmm. And that particular...
What a surprise, Bradshaw.
That particular tour was, he was playing, like, it was announced that he was playing, I want to say the album's called The River, but luckily I think he's got his headphones on in the other room over there, so he can't hear me get this wrong. But it was like, Bruce is going to play The River, but... one CD, one album from is not long enough to sustain an entire concert.
That's true.
Right?
It would be at this though because it's so rushed.
They're sets, and they're sets and they're rushed. So in the case of Bruce Springsteen, he played a couple songs. All right, here we go. Here's The River. Then he played through the entire album, top to bottom, and then he played the bangers.
Yeah, if they did some of that, I think it would be good. But I like the idea of doing that. I think it's really interesting, and it seems to be really working. Anyhow, I didn't even tell you how to stop a panic attack. This expert advice, the weirdest thing I've ever heard. But I will tell you, I promise this time, when we return, I'll tell you that. Plus,
what
jury
about a panic
duty.
attack right now?
Oh, that's going to be real bad for you. I can't do it, though. Just lay down and take care of yourself.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. Breathe into that paper bag.
It's not even a paper bag. It's Doritos bag.
I know. It tastes a lot better.
Yeah.
This is very, very delicious panic.
Were you just inhaling like some bits
like
of Doritos?
Dust right there in the esophagus.
Some cheesier got in there.
Like the old construction guys used to get concrete throat or whatever. You're going to get Dorito throat from this, and this is you're never going to be the same.
Be my first Dorito throat.
Yeah, if you work on a construction site and all that concrete is in the air, like your lungs and your throat gets, not good. Okay, how to stop a panic attack the weirdest way you've ever heard. We'll get to that, plus jury duty. That's coming up next on the news, Chunky.
Someday, Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports.
In a shocker to no one, the Dallas Cowboys destroyed the Giants. Dallas was at home, playing as big favorites, facing a backup quarterback. And Dak was great, as he should have been in a stat-padding performance. After moving to 6-3, we learned absolutely nothing about the Cowboys. But with a tough stretch coming up starting in 2 weeks, we soon will. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
The Eagles present The Long Goodbye, the final tour, live in concert in Orlando. With special guest Steely Dan. The Eagles, Amway Center, March 4th. Get tickets Friday, November 17th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. The Eagles, The Long Goodbye, the final tour.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need.
We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at IneedARootCanal.com. That's IneedARootCanal.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
No payments for 90 days with approved credit on every truck in stock. Ford, Chevy, Ram, and GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, and 4x4s. Take advantage of huge Black Friday sales all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear-hugging a pillow thing, your free-falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand-name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going.
We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
On the next Access Hollywood, Keegan Thompson and Kel Mitchell together again. Good Burger is back. Access has new details about Kel's recent health scare.
CT scan, EKGs, everything.
Plus,
most famous person that slid into the DMs.
Golf cart confessions with Ariana Madix and the making of her unforgettable revenge dress.
When you put that bad boy on, you knew, this is it.
Yeah, I did.
Were there other dresses?
Next, Access Hollywood.
Hey, Mario Lopez here. Join me for Access Hollywood tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
And it's a way to stop panic attacks. Panic attacks you're probably on one side or the other on, where you've had a panic attack and you're like, oh, they are very real. That is a really difficult thing to go through. And some people who have never had a panic attack are like, stop being a pussy. What are you doing? It's like depression, where people with depression are like, oh, man, I'm not feeling well.
Just don't be sad. Don't let it get to you.
People who have never been depressed in their life are like, God, just stop being sad. It doesn't seem very difficult. Yeah. Oh, boy, we're not able to speak with each other on these issues, are we? And there is a woman who shared her experience online, and it's backed up by other therapists who have said, yes, I've used this with different people, and it's worked very well. And she says that her therapist told her, when you feel a panic attack ongoing, or incoming, I should say, you feel like the panic attack is just beginning, stop what you're doing and eat a warhead.
I've heard about this before, yep.
I'd never heard about this until today. And if you eat a warhead, it's like a weird assault on your senses that distracts your brain and the chemicals in your brain from doing what they were about to do, which was send you down panic attack alley.
Yeah,
and
panic attacks essentially become your body doing fight or flight mode, and sour, or there's something very sour, and then I've also heard black pepper under your tongue.
Yeah, and your body redirects what it's doing, I guess, which is crazy, but if you think about it, it kind of makes a little bit of sense, and now you just have to be prepared at all times if this is something you struggle with.
There's a lot of very interesting little, especially because if you have a full-blown panic attack or something that's coming on, it'll stop what you're doing, and God forbid you're driving or something along those lines, and you have a moment to reset there, that it could really change the game for you. Yeah. I've also heard with panic attacks or really severe anxiety, especially the chest pains, you feel like you are having a heart attack, is hot water, and then you make praying hands and you dip your hands into the hot water. And that also sends this, I don't know, this sensory spike to your brain that kind of switches things off and stops you from a panic attack.
It has to be the praying hands?
Well, because you can dip both of your hands. And
what's weird about this, and I always think about this, is to figure out that a warhead or hot water or whatever works when you're having a panic attack. It must have randomly happened to somebody at some point, and they go, whoa, yeah, I never would have thought, because they try this out, or it's just happenstance that it occurs, and then you start telling everybody else and you spread that around, and that's what this person's saying has worked for them. They've never had anything rip them out of the throes of a panic attack faster than when they took a warhead or ate a warhead or whatever you want to say, which they are strong as hell, man. I remember eating those when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've had a warhead.
I didn't even know they still sold them.
It's not like an adult thing very much. If you have a friend that still eats warheads all the time, you kind of question that person, I think. Or just eats Fireballs.
Maybe they have bad panic attacks, Sean.
Could be. Now I understand it. Now I'm all for it. All right, here we go.
You're like in somebody's car and there's a thing of warheads in the glove compartment. And you're like, either this person is a child or trying to keep away from panic attacks.
One of the two. All right, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Love that guy.
Yes, he's the best. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. When you get into an accident, you got a lot of different attorneys that are going to be trying to get your business, because that's what it is. You're bringing something to them, and you want somebody who's going to actually appreciate you and appreciate you for your case and hear you out, listen to you, so that they can tell your story as they battle the insurance companies for you. Mo DeWitt's the guy. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. A man has been freed from prison despite the fact that he was convicted of slaughtering his girlfriend over breadcrumbs. Yes, over breadcrumbs. His girlfriend had breadcrumbs in bed, or had food in bed, and there was breadcrumbs everywhere. They got into an argument about this. He grabbed a knife and killed his girlfriend. So that's what started all this. This guy has been removed from prison. He's been released.
Oh, good.
And it's not
He's
because
on Tinder now, I bet.
He could technically be, possibly, but they said Dimitri Fricciano from Biella, Italy, bibbidi bobbidi, brutally slaughtered 25-year-old Erica Preti while the pair were vacationing in Sardinia in 2017. He stabbed the woman 57 times after she chided him for leaving too many crumbs in their hotel room bed. So he said enough's enough. Now, the reason why
so you wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, but stab her 57 times.
For complaining about it, yes. Yeah. The guy has been released from prison because they said he's too fat. He is too heavy.
Oh, we've heard something like this before.
This is a bad precedent, too, I think. We have done this before. I don't know if the U.S. does this, but this guy was 440 pounds.
Wow.
And
Are you sure it wasn't his breadcrumbs?
They said they had to release him. It was his breadcrumbs. They had to release him from prison on medical grounds. The court ruled that the corpulent convict can no longer remain behind bars because he's incompatible with the prison regime. Due to his weight, which makes it difficult for him to get around without a wheelchair or crutches, he's also a chain smoker. You could fix that if he's in prison. Just don't give him cigarettes anymore. Fricano's incarceration also puts his life at risk because prison officials are unable to provide the low-calorie diet he needs to shed the pounds. Why not? Just give him less food. The prisoners are now going to go, all we have to do is fatten ourselves up to the size of a cattle, and we can get out of prison because they can't store us here any longer.
So he definitely wasn't that fat when he went into prison.
No, he wasn't. He was 260 pounds.
So, I mean, what's to worry about? They let the guy out of prison. He's not going to stab anybody else 57 times. They can just run away.
They said he's 440 pounds now, and he will serve out the rest of his sentence under house arrest at his parents' home near Milan, where he can get access to a healthy diet. This is way too much. I understand the need, the want, the desire to be decent, even to the worst among us, the criminals, those found guilty of committing some crime. I get it. You want to be empathetic. You say, even though they've committed these crimes, let's still be decent to them. Let's not be like some of these other countries where prison is living in squalor, where you could die at any moment, where you're not in a clean environment. And then there's going the other way so far that you now look stupid. And these countries have done that. Italy has done that. Tell this fat ass to get a smaller amount of food that you're going to give him each day and watch the weight drop off and keep him in prison where he deserves to be, not free in his parents' house watching television all day and ordering pizza. That's not justice.
This is unusually common to the point where you wonder if somebody in prison has purposely gotten themselves super, super fat to try and get moved somewhere. Like in this case, the
why
guy
wouldn't they
moved to their parents' house? But let's see here. Looking at 2017 in October, convicted Florida tax schemer is too fat for prison, and this person wasn't even. This person says Stephen Donaldson Sr. doesn't have an average man's life expectancy because he's 5'9" and weighs 273 pounds.
That's not even that bad.
I wish
he's overweight.
I mean, he's pretty short, but I wish I weighed 273 pounds.
Yeah.
For that reason, they'd say his attorneys try. Maybe they didn't. This is just his attorneys saying that. But the execution of 486-pound death row inmate. This is in 2012. They say it simply will not work. The procedure is too torturous. Again, this was attorneys saying this, but there's this one guy, ex-Bin Laden henchman, freed from New Jersey prison after judge deems him too fat. That was
God. Even Bin Laden's henchmen freed because they're too fat for prison.
How do you get the henchman job?
This is so dumb. This is so absolutely mind-numbingly dumb. This is close to where, where's Anders Breivik in prison? Norway, I believe. Hold on, I'll just check. Anders Breivik is one of the worst persons to ever live on this planet, and I'm including Adolf Hitler on that list. And he's in Norway. And Anders Breivik is this guy who went on a shooting spree where he killed a whole boatload of people. He went to a summer camp, a youth summer camp, and killed 69 people. In total, there was he set off a bomb as well. I think there was almost 100 people that he ended up killing in these attacks that he took on. And then they put him in prison. This guy is worth nothing to humanity. And then he was complaining, and he was getting things. He was like, my internet's too slow. He was upset that he didn't have one of the latest consoles for video gaming. And you look and you go, is this a punishment anymore? It's like a perma hotel for people who commit crimes. That's not good. You ought to make sure that there's something on the other side of the rainbow that makes people second guess whether they should commit that crime or not. This guy's not too fat for prison. He's getting fatter and fatter, but give him less food and watch how that changes very quickly. Or let's get him on some Wegovy, huh? Let's inject some Wegovy. I'll pay for it as long as the guy has to actually stay in prison and pay for his crimes.
I mean, we would be paying for it, probably. If he's on prison health care, I think it's probably tax-backed.
Down to the tax dollar. All right, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. And the two most cringeworthy people on planet Earth that I'm about done with. What's going on? Who is it? Well, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
holiday magic
is just minutes away. And brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Pleasant Hill Road southbound at Twilight Trail. Expect delays. There's an accident on the off-ramp from Florida's Turnpike to Orange Blossom Trail. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on US 192 eastbound at State Road 429. And all lanes are closed due to an accident on Beggs Road near Overland Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC's $5 Famous Bowl. Gift yourself something extra tasty this holiday season. Packed with creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, cheese, and gravy, all for just $5. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
At EasyCater, we get it. Ordering food for work means you have to deal with this. Client meeting on Tuesday.
Client wants Taco Tuesday.
19 people.
Need vegan options.
Our budget just got slashed. Meeting is now Monday.
What about Mediterranean?
Client
still wants taco.
Claire has a nut allergy. Gluten-free. Under budget.
Flavored sodas.
Is there vegan?
Vegetarian, vegan,
Tacos for a client meeting? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious Fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
When you've had enough true crime podcasts and want to get real,
they're in constant competition to make your kids like you better.
Check out The Monsters in the Morning, voted one of the top 100 talk shows in America.
I'm Russ Rollins, host of the program, the producer, the Angel of Boom, Angel Vera, Mr. Motivation, Carlos Navarro, and the King of Denmark, Ryan Holmes.
Real topics, real guests.
You're in radio, schmuck. What'd you expect?
And four real friends doing whatever you want to call this. Nobody's doing talk radio like The Monsters in the Morning. Listen live or download the show on the free iHeartRadio app.
You have allergies and you need relief, but you're tired of taking over-the-counter meds. Maybe you've thought, I don't have time to deal with it, and is there really a better solution out there? We've got you covered. And trust me when I say it's easier than you think. The most common thing we hear, I wish I would have come sooner. Set an appointment today with Aspire Allergy and Sinus and say goodbye to allergies. For good, go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Visit one of our 11 Orlando Sleep Number stores or visit sleepnumber.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. That's money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
Wendy Williams. What did Wendy Williams say death to? Is it like Britney Spears or something?
It was, death to all of them.
She said death to all of them. It was just like screaming.
Oh, I miss her.
Death to the experts, for real, though. It was one of the biggest realizations of my life when I was little, and it came in stages after that. And I've talked about this previously on the show. But being little, going to work with my father, seeing my father's boss, and just as a little kid with a utopian view of the world, I was like, well, obviously, my dad's boss is smarter than him, and his boss is smarter than him, and the boss on the very top must be smarter than all of the people, because that's how things would work in a system that was fair. The best go to the top, and they excel over the others. And when I saw my dad at work, his boss came in at some point in time, and I was like, that guy he seems dumb.
He's a chump.
This guy doesn't seem smart at all. He seems way dumber than my father and way less prepared for his job. And you realize the whole system is working like this. And all over the place, there are people who you give credibility because you think they're an expert. Let's say it's somebody on cable news, and you're watching them, and they're like, they must be telling the truth. They must know what they're talking about because they're on TV and they're a news person. Or you read the newspaper and you go, sure, this is what they say is happening.
Well,
Death to all the experts.
There were ethics involved, and now it's just money.
Yes, and now more than ever, what you have to do is you have to look around, double check, triple check, and only rely on people once they've established themselves as trustworthy to you. Only at that point do you give them any credibility moving forward. But we don't just give the experts immediately, here's my credentials, and you go, all right, credentialed person, now everything you say is a fact, and I must treat it as such. Because throughout healthcare or media or any field you could possibly take, there are people with agendas who are saying things that are just flat out wrong and hiding under the guise of being an expert.
I remember
say
that,
all that
with COVID. And remember, like we were hoping that the doctors, people that went to school for it, were giving us the correct advice, and the majority were. And then we would have one person have a press conference, and they clearly got money from somewhere and a doctorate from a Cracker Jack box, and they were like, drink bleach.
Right.
And it's actually not going to affect you at all. And everything that everyone else has been saying is wrong. And that blew my mind.
Well, that happens so much, and it's super unfortunate that that's how we work together as humans, and that's how things go. But these experts are not always right, and I'm going to say that these folks who count themselves amongst the experts are also wrong, because this story says why pets don't really bring humans happiness nor improve their well-being.
Sean, can you grab that piece of paper in front of you and crumble it up and fart on it and then throw it away, please?
Remember when you used to crumble up all your stories?
I'll get to it. Michigan State University, researchers there, they assessed 767 people on 3 separate occasions, and they said that what they were going to do is try to see the well-being of this person and then how that person's animals affected their well-being. Unless you're in these very specific scenarios, an animal will be, for most people, a positive light in your life. Unless the animal that you have is a terrible animal, not well-behaved, dangerous, et cetera, et cetera. That's one category you could be in where I would agree with this. If you are financially unstable and you have an animal and you're worried about the price even to get food for your dog, or, oh no, God forbid, there is like a vet bill that pops up out of nowhere, that I would put into that category, right? I would say that those are people who would probably be more stressed out by having animals. Or if there was some other reason how this animal would impact you in a negative way, I could get it. But if you have a good pet and you're a good person and you're enjoying having your pet, there's 0% chance that it doesn't better your life. It doesn't. There's just 0% chance.
On the other end, like it makes a lot of people's lives better.
Yeah,
especially
a lot
those
of people
that are by themselves and lonely and need enrichment. And pets have proven time and time again that they bring quality to your life.
Right. Yeah, I think if I
We're
had
talking to someone with 3 animals right now.
Animals are great. I mean, it adds life to your light to your life, and more than that, I like for a long time, I was just in full on work mode, and I had an aquarium that was barely functioning.
And you love that aquarium.
It was neither here nor there. I wanted to hail over the fish in my aquarium as a sea god. And I put that out there. But having a dog and a cat, so I'll take whatever power I can get, man. Having a dog and a cat, especially Lady, nothing against Junkie Cat, but Lady more so, it's like that definitely adds to my life. There's so many little moments that come from it, and so many great things that I get that are a net positive for me in my life as a result of having an animal. And I think that's a super common experience for people who have these pets. I think it does make you better. And I'm no expert myself, but I can tell you, anecdotally speaking, and just speaking from conversations I've had with other human beings, if you are feeling down about yourself, if you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling depressed, the two best things that you can do, drugs probably on the list, but get a pet to be a companion with you if you're living alone. And number one with a bullet is get exercise. Exercise can change your world.
But it makes me so miserable at the thought of doing it.
That's the tough part. And therein lies the truly evil thing about the human experience. The thing that will help you out more than anything else is the thing you least want to do because it seems like it sucks.
Yeah, you know what else is lying? My Peloton, right there in my living room, holding up coats.
All right. It's tough to get started. It's tough to push yourself into it.
I'm going to have a baby.
Christina May says on Twitch, exercise and get a furry friend. That's it. I mean, I know it's simple. It seems like a simple prescription, but that can help you out so much. And I don't buy this at all. They say why pets don't really bring humans happiness nor improve their well-being.
That must have been the most miserable group of researchers over there at Michigan University?
Michigan State University.
Fun suckers.
Wearing their lab coats, just really, really trying to show that the dogs are bad companions. I am about over this couple. I can't even tell you
Taylor Swift and
why.
Travis Kelce.
I am over them, but I can sit back and appreciate some pieces of it. And okay, good. You guys have your fun.
I saw some article that linked on something else we were reading that was like somebody was reacting to her like jumping up in his arms or something like that and them kissing, and they were like, do they make out like that in front of her dad? Like, calm down. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Wow. That's not the couple that I'm over. The couple that just weirds me out
I want to guess now.
Okay, who do you think it is? Because they've been in the news a bunch in the last couple of days.
Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith.
No, I think that's just dumb. That whole thing is dumb.
But they've been together for a long time.
No, I don't know that they've been together for too long. But
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
No, he's very, very, very famous, hated by some people.
Okay. Sean and Courtney.
And she...
That was mean.
And she is a lesser known character out there. But every time I see a photo of them, I'm just like, oh, God, dies inside.
Whose age? Like, who are they closer to?
What think
industry?
He's, everywhere.
Damn it, who is it?
His business is everywhere.
Elon Musk.
Oh, you're in the neighborhood.
God, I can't think of it. Who?
It is Jeff Bezos.
Oh, yeah, he's so annoying.
And the woman that he's with, and like, I don't even know why I find it so annoying. Look at this photo, for example.
Paddleboarding. Oh, look at them.
It's them in like this off-roading truck, and Jeff Bezos has been rocking this cowboy hat look forever. And then somebody had asked them the other day, they have this mega yacht, super mega yacht. And on the front of the mega yacht is this bronze figure. And the bronze figure has like massive breasts.
Yeah.
And somebody asked Jeff Bezos, were those modeled after Lauren Sanchez's breasts? And she said, no, if they were, they'd be bigger. And it's like everything about it. I'm like, oh my God, you people. I can't stand it. Let me see if I can find okay, here it is. It says, Lauren Sanchez clarifies Jeff Bezos' yacht figurehead isn't her. It would have had bigger breasts. And this thing on the front of their yacht.
She said that.
She said it, yeah. She said it would have had bigger breasts if it was me. And the two of them are just like, oh, so much. I don't even know what it is about them. Something about that just really irritates me.
You know what? Aside from that take on it, if I had a yacht like that, would probably want to have a figurehead like that. Just that there's something so old school and piratey about it that I'm just like, yeah, good for you.
Are you a dangerous person for a rich outcome to happen to? Like, if you became a billionaire, would there be problems for other people around the world?
I just see him with like 12 more MacBooks.
He's got all the MacBooks, no doubt. He's got things that they're working on in the testing labs at Apple, if that's the case, if he's a billionaire status.
And what's danger? Fun for me and all my friends? And
No,
if that's
'cause-
the case, yes, I'm going to be very dangerous.
I think Celine might do some weird stuff. I don't
Like
know.
what?
Something where people die.
That's you, dude.
I could see
you.
I could see Celine, because he's not fazed by any of this stuff, setting up a thing where humans fight each other to the death, and he sits back and enjoys the performance in front of him. I can see that happening with him. The Sea Lane Games would be big ratings winner, though. I mean, let's be honest about this. I got to show you something here. This is up on See It Now for folks because there's a visual to it. But could you imagine this? Imagine you're just driving along and this happens to you. It's right in front of me, Sea Lane. Let's take this. All right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
A plane near this Texas airport, it crashed through the fence that was on the other side of the runway, and it crashed into a car that was driving by.
And messed it up. Plus, when I saw the close-up shot of the plane, that bad boy looked brand new.
Yeah, it did. It looked like it was a brand new plane. And imagine just driving along in a car, you're like, da-da-da-da-da, and all of a sudden a plane crashes into you. Boom!
God.
And the propeller's spinning on that thing.
Insurance
So obviously,
cover that?
Oh, God, I don't know how many times this has even
that on the Mo
occurred.
list.
I mean, you might want to just hope that we talking Mo the pilot or Mo the lawyer?
Both, I guess. at this
Both
point.
of them.
You would want to hope that since it crashed through that fence, that maybe it slowed down the propeller enough because that going through the car, I mean, it looks like it crashed into the driver's side of that car.
It did. Yeah. I don't know if it shows it later on in the video of like the guy walking up with the camera. It's also incredible that he got that footage. But it looks like one of the propellers was like bent. I mean, the car itself got totaled easily. And fortunately, nobody was hurt. But
yeah, I see the bent propeller here. I see that. And I see that it is right along with, like Sea Lane said, the driver's side of the car. And we know from past stories, remember the story about that woman who was, I think she was a model, and she was getting out of the plane she was in and forgot the plane had a prop on it and then walked into the prop.
No way, man.
And it sliced off like half of her face, this poor woman. And she survived. She's okay. And they've done some pretty good reconstructive surgery on her.
She just rides trains now?
I guess so. She's probably not getting anywhere near anything like that right now.
As long as there's good Wi-Fi so she could check her half of Facebook.
Don't do it again. You knew what happened last time you did that. All right, here we go. Let's go over to your dispatches and see what's going on where you are. Also, I've been watching what's happening, strangely enough, in Iceland because they were having all of these earthquakes. And the earthquakes, which you could see so many people had filmed these earthquakes.
Oh, I saw one from a plane.
Did you?
Yeah,
and
it was very strange.
You see, like, and a lot of them, they're just inside their house and the house is shaking around. But the earthquakes are from lava flow underneath them in Iceland. And the ground is even cracking open, like giant cracks in the ground. And they believe at any moment that this huge volcano could erupt.
God,
and
the world is ending.
It is weird, man. I'm glad we don't live by a volcano. Volcanoes are scary. I am not going to try to pronounce the name of this volcano. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. Just try.
You guys look up this story
With
so
confidence.
you could both try to give this a shot too. The title from ABC News is Iceland warns of significant likelihood of volcanic eruption as earthquakes shake southwest. And it says in the third paragraph down, officials declared a state of emergency near the Mount Fagradalsfjall volcano.
Your mouth, dude.
On the sparsely populated Reykjanes Peninsula. That is the closest I can get to that. because that has some letters in it smashed together in a way that I cannot make sense of.
EYJA, that one?
No.
Wow.
It's
Mount 2010.
Mount FAGRADALSFJALL. Seems like they don't even go together, but there they are. So lots of people on edge about that, as you can imagine. All right, let's see what we got going on with your dispatches. Hang on, I'm having some minor problems over here. Just a little internet issue, but I think we got it under control.
Oh, yeah, did you see the story about that?
No,
and apparently this solar flare might put out the internet for days.
Oh, excellent. That's just
I don't know how
what
we're going to do the show. You might have to brace yourself. Come into the studio, Sean.
Oh, good God. The worst of the worst. I had a big worry yesterday because in my front yard, where all the power lines are and all the different lines going through, there's one that's drooping way down. And I asked Austin, because he knows about all this weird stuff. I said, what line is this drooping way down? He said, that's the cable company's line. And I called the cable company last night, and I said,
what the hell is this about?
I said, I got this line dangling down in my yard. I need you to come fix this line. And to my amazement, they said, we'll be out there in the next 2 hours. I said, okay, well, that sounds good. I hope nothing goes wrong while they're out here. It's dark at the time. And the guy shows up, and I go, cool, he's fixing that, tightening that line, making it taut so it's not dangling down in my yard. And the son of a bitch didn't do anything. He did absolutely nothing.
He assessed it.
Yeah, he came out to the site. I don't know if they're just trying to prolong their jobs, but he didn't do a damn thing to fix the problem that we're having out there.
The one person who has cable on your block.
They would probably be upset because I think it will go out for a while. I don't know, but I just need this damn thing fixed. Hopefully they'll fix that this week. Anyhow, when we come back, we are going to get to more of your comments, plus why the roads need to be skinnier. Sabrina was just in Ireland, and she said the roads were too skinny.
Way too skinny.
Very thin roads.
Ozempic roads.
But there could be something good about those roads. What is it? We'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are closed on Beggs Road due to an accident eastbound west of Overland Road. You could expect delays eastbound and westbound through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Heavy delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Pleasant Hill Road southbound at Twilight Trail. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
On the next Access Hollywood, Keenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell together again. Good Burger is back. Access has new details about Kel's recent health scare.
CT scan, EKGs, everything.
Plus, most famous person that slid into the DMs. Golf cart confessions with Ariana Maddox and the making of her unforgettable revenge dress.
When you put that bad boy on, you knew, this is it.
Yeah, I did.
Were there other dresses?
Next, Access Hollywood. Hey, Mario Lopez here. Join me for Access Hollywood tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Cool's right here, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Cool today.
For 60 years, our team of air conditioning experts has been here to help you with all your AC needs. Right now, get up to a $2,000 tax credit with the purchase of qualifying new equipment.
Cool's right here, don't delay. Pick up your phone and dial away. 888-40 today. Get it done today with Cool today.
Orlando's newest entertainment destination is now open. Primrose Lanes welcomes you to our restaurant and bowling club. Visit primroselanes.com to reserve your lane and join us for happy hour every weekday at 4 p.m. for half-off cocktails.
What's gotten lost in a lot of news coverage is trust.
Dan Abrams and Elizabeth Vargas on America's fastest-growing cable news network, News Nation.
News Nation is the place that people can come because they trust that at the least we're trying to be straight with them.
Every point of view is represented. That's what we do. We only earn that trust, keep that trust by every single night fulfilling that mission.
To find News Nation on your screen, go to joinnn.com.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. We'll take you all the way back to Dancing with the Stars Season 1 and up through today for all the dance floor drama. Next question with Katie Couric. Katie brings the thoughtful, inquisitive, relatable style to a slew of new and intimate conversations with some of the most fascinating and innovative people in news, politics, and pop culture. The Uppity Knitter Podcast with Saida Garrett, featuring musicians that Saida is friends with discussing their interesting and unusual hobbies. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. MONEY. That's money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Real Radio 104.1.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the...
Because the story that I was looking at said skinny roads save lives. Like they're saying in the United States, our lanes are too big and it actually causes more people to die every year.
Okay.
And they say if we redid this and we had skinnier lanes, we would be able to save countless people every single year, which seems weird to me. But you were just in Ireland and you were driving and you rented a car there. What kind of car did you end up getting at this place?
We got a Volvo SUV. It's
okay. So it wasn't small even.
No, it was a great car though, brand new, and it was a VX something.
Steering wheel on the other side.
Steering wheel on the other side, and then you drive on the other side as well.
And you drive on the other side, which would be, it seems like that would take me a while to get used to.
It did. It absolutely did, especially like being on the other side. Like being on the left lane wasn't as big of a deal as it was being on the right side of the car.
Yeah.
Because, you're so used to like even backing up or, you turn a certain way to look behind you or, seeing the lines and not knowing what was to my left. Fortunately, the car had like that lane monitor. So it would shake the wheel if I was getting too close.
Oh, that's good.
And then towards the end of the drive, I wish I would have discovered it sooner. They had like the cruise control in which drives essentially for you. And then I was like directly in the middle.
And people say, well, what's the big deal? You know how to drive. You're driving on the other side of the car. It's almost equivalent to, and this is an extreme example, if you pick up a guitar and you learn how to play a guitar, you can learn how to play all the notes, all the chords. You can play it beautifully. And if somebody goes, now flip that around and play it with your other arm. And you play like a lefty and you go, you're strumming like you've never held a guitar before in your life. And
even writing with the other hand.
Yeah, all that's, it's so different. And so everything that you're used to, flip it on its head.
But I did eventually get used to it, which, and then I felt invincible. I could drive anything. But the roads, significantly smaller. And so if by saving lives, I'm thinking I'm going to die the entire time, then sure. Then, I'd never been so attentive to my driving for such a long period of time than when I was driving in Ireland.
Celine, I'm going to have you Google the most boring thing right now.
Yay!
You Google. How wide are lanes?
Paint drying.
In the United States of America, how wide are our lanes? Because I think it may be 12 feet, but I'm not sure. And they want them to be much smaller than that. Because if they are, then it turns out that people drive safer. And I would think that we got vehicles now, like a Cybertruck. How wide is one of those damn things?
Think about a damn bus going through the same road as
a bus is not like a bus. When I look at it on the road, it's taking up like the whole thing. It's taking up every inch of lane that they have in front of them. Big Doug Millionaire says approximately 4.3 eagles wide. I'm going to need that in feet. It's not going to work for me in that particular measurement.
I don't even think that's enough eagles. All right, we have in rural areas, like a freeway, you're looking at 12 feet across.
Okay.
It says ranges for lane width. So 12 12 feet per lane?
Yeah, 12 feet is the length. Okay.
Does that not seem like a lot?
It seems like a lot to me because they're saying in this thing that they should be around 9 feet, which if you took 3 feet off our lane, yeah, see what theirs are. Maybe they're 9 feet over there and they're actually that much shorter than ours, or thinner, I guess I should say, than ours.
It says local roadways 9 to 12 across, collectors 10 to 12, arterial 11 to 12, ramps 12 to 30. You have a 30-inch lane?
Yeah, that's a big lane.
30-foot lane?
So, I mean, the
30-inch lane ain't going to do much for you. It's a bicycle lane. Go ahead.
I mean, the first thing that comes up was someone answering a question on Reddit saying 3.5 meters, which is a little under 12 feet. But that's
that can't be right then.
It's not, because I remember them seeming a lot smaller.
Right. It wouldn't hit you like that when you look down, and we wouldn't think that they were smaller. This is somebody from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. They studied these streets all across the United States of America.
Weirdly enough, I am also on Bloomberg right now on a different article, but it's related. And they're using a picture of Okeechobee Boulevard down in West Palm Beach for the example.
Shout out.
Look at that. It says, we were just shocked by seeing the statistics about traffic fatalities in the United States being the leading cause of death for people between the ages of 1 and 54 years old. And they said the main reason is the lack of pedestrian and cyclist infrastructure. They said if you narrowed the lanes to allow for more room for that infrastructure, you would find the roads to be much safer, but potentially saving tens of thousands of people every single year.
Okay, but you know what's going to kill more people? Trying to make the roads smaller and all that construction.
Yep. Yeah, I think people will freak out.
15 years.
Yeah, God, when you see one of these projects take off and you think it's never going to end. All right, we want to hear from you. We're going to get your dispatches in before we end up the show today. I also had an update on all these politicians that are very angry at TikTok. They're specifically angry at TikTok with all this Israel-Palestine stuff going on because they said it's just chock-a-block full of pro-Palestine content, and this must be China manipulating this. Well, TikTok has responded and said it's not the algorithm. Teens are just pro-Palestine. And the polling actually bears that out. Younger people are more likely to be supportive of the Palestinian people over Israel, especially in this conflict in particular. And that would lead the algorithm to start serving up more of that content. And then people would try to create more of that content to capitalize on the fact that it was desired by the algorithm. On and on you go. It's a feedback loop that you end up with. And TikTok said the data in the poll covering Gen Z is slight, but there are too few adult members of Gen Z. Anyways, people between 18 and 34, they said, are more likely to engage with pro-Palestine content. And that adds up. You know, you look at like high school kids that are activists or college kids that are activists, they're much more likely, especially if they're in the arts and humanities, to be left-aligned individuals. They're much more likely to be very politically engaged, and therefore they're much more likely to be lining up with the Palestinian cause. In the United States, that seems weird because our media, even though our media skews to the left on almost all of these social issues, on Israel, in this country, the media is incredibly pro-Israel. It's been that way for a very, very long time. And it's a big deal, you know. If you go out there and say something about Jewish people, it's one of those things that you're going to get a call about. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to get your boss telling you, back off of this right now. That and obviously any kind of racist type things. But that's why we see what we're seeing playing out on all these different social platforms. When we come back, the final dispatches. And boy, are some of these home runs, everybody. And, of course, the stories that didn't make the cut. I'm telling you, wait till you hear them, C-Len. The best of the best we've ever heard, and even then better. And also, today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, your chance to win tickets to see the Eagles with special guest Steely Dan, March 4th, 2024 at Amway Center. Tickets on sale now and up for grabs this afternoon. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. We do have another gloomy and showery day. Those passing showers continuing throughout this afternoon. We're likely going to be seeing afternoon highs in the upper 70s through the Orlando metro, so staying below seasonal today. Rain chances will continue to increase with the highest chance on Thursday. It is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the heavy rain that's expected with the potential for flooding. Remember to depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team.
This report is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC's $5 Famous Bowl. Gift yourself something extra tasty this holiday season. Packed with creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, cheese, and gravy, all for just $5. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
I won over $500,000 playing slots. I do this full time and I would not change it for the world. It's fun and I win. I win a lot.
It happens every day. Regular people are winning every single day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
I came one night, hit the double downs, had a couple of good runs, and won about $300,000.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit one classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
On the new true crime podcast, Unrestorable, dive into the heartbreaking case of a mother declared not competent to stand trial, a father seeking justice for the children he lost, and the mental health laws that could let her walk free.
We're very punitive. We have just an extraordinarily high rate of incarceration in this country and a still pretty stigmatizing view of mental illness.
Listen to Unrestorable on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Craving tender beef ribs? How about juicy pulled pork or sliced brisket that melts in your mouth? Jimmy Bear's Barbecue is thrilled to offer catering services that span from Tampa to Cocoa and St. Augustine to West Palm. Whether you're planning a corporate event, a family gathering, wedding, or any special occasion, our catering services are designed to bring mouth-watering barbecue flavors and impeccable service straight to your location. Go to jimmybears.com and feast upon our catering menu. That's jimmybears.com.
It's No Pay November at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get Black Friday savings all month on every new and used car. And pay no money down, no interest financing, and no payments for 6 months. How can you say no? Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
Black Friday is Dell's biggest sale of the year. Get limited time deals, free shipping, and huge savings on laptops like the XPS 13. Engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
John Mellencamp is going to ROCK in 2024. And if you listen here with the free iHeartRadio app, you and a guest could be on your way to see him with VIP access to one of America's iconic rockers. We'll get you to a Mellencamp tour stop and put you up for 2 nights with front row seats, a backstage pass to meet John, and you'll walk away with a signed art book and a nice bag of treats. For a chance to win this iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience, listen to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
Make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Who's on this 90s cruise? I didn't get a chance to look at it. Is it good?
I feel like it's artists you haven't seen in a very long time and might not ever see again. It's very random.
I've seen a bunch of these actually.
Blues
weirdly
Traveler.
enough.
Where do they play on a cruise? Is there a venue big enough that would be like
Imagine
not
it's
arena
throughout.
size? Like they're not playing by the pool deck, are they?
I mean, looking at this website at least, like there's photos from, I'm guessing the last year. This might be the same group that does the 80s cruise. It looks like everyone's outside.
The 90s cruise. Yeah, they are all outside. They're like partying around the pool. Tampa, Cozumel, Costa Maya. Rock on. This doesn't look cheap, man.
Collective Soul, Gin Blossoms, Everclear, Lit, Color Me Bad, Lisa Loeb,
Blues
CNC
Traveler.
Music Factory, Digital Underground. Jesus Jones, I'm not familiar with.
I know something by Jesus Jones. What song is that? Hang on. Let me get to this here. What's the big right here, right now? That's the big one from them.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks fun.
That was about it. That's kind of cool. Yeah. People are really into these things. I'm sure that'll sell very, very well. All right, let's do the final dispatches here and see what you got going on. Here's Winking Llama. I think this is the first time I've seen that name.
What's up, junkies?
Hey.
Small lanes. I was just complaining about this to my boss. I recently started working out in Ocala, and driving down 441 is 3 lanes on each side. Can't be more than 8.5 feet long each lane. And everybody out here is driving like a bunch of jackasses, swerving in and out, doing 35, which is the speed limit, but driving horribly. It's ridiculous. And I prefer to drive slow, but I was miserable.
Yes, I'm with you, sir. We're the slow driving crew. We're not very cool, but we're safe, and we get to the destination in one piece. That's
Just
the
a
goal.
really long time afterwards.
Takes a little longer, but sometimes, you blaze past somebody and you haul ass to the stoplight and you both get to the stoplight. You're at the same place. You didn't advance any on them. That's the way I'm trying to look at life here, and hopefully that pans out for me. Here's Synth Solution talking about teens supporting Hamas.
Hey, junkies, how's it going?
Hey.
I was going to go on a brutal hot take about how teens are being easily led by TikTok and supporting Hamas and Palestine.
Yeah.
I'm going to think better of it.
They're
Just
kids.
one thing I'm going to say is teens are easily misled and sometimes don't go for the full story. And a lot of people who are protesting right now on the side of Hamas actually have not seen the video of October 7th, which I don't recommend anybody seeing. But usually once people see that video, a lot of people tend to change their mind.
Nah, you're not right about that, buddy. You're
It's
not.
also not just teens. I mean, There's a lot of adults.
No, he was just talking specifically about teenagers because they seem to be the demographic that are most likely to be more supportive of the Palestinians than the Israelis. I think that's what he was focused on there. But I think you're wrong. When you say pro-Hamas rallies, most of these places or events would argue that they're not pro-Hamas rallies, that they're pro-Palestine rallies, and that maybe pro-Hamas elements are amongst the crowd, which I think is probably a fair way to say it. But the people who are actively pro-Hamas, I think you could show them that video and they would say, Israel deserves it because of all the things Israel does. And the young people, they just hear bumper sticker stuff. They see Gaza is the world's largest open-air prison. It's like the stuff you hear them saying over and over and over and over again. And when you see that and you hear that there's all these people dying and that 50% of Palestine or the Gaza Strip is kids under 18, you start to build up empathy and you're like, I don't want kids to die. And then you don't understand just how complex this is. This has been going on for a long time. And there's a reason for it. You know, people, neither side is willing to cede any ground. Hamas said October 7th that they were going to do it over and over and over a million times. They would just keep doing attacks like that. And how do you negotiate with somebody like that? You don't and you can't, I don't think. That's one of the problems we face. Okay, we're way behind. Here we go. Stories that didn't make the cut brought to you by Nations Trucks. Our friends at nationstrucks.com are ready to set you up with the truck of your dreams. So go check it out at nationstrucks.com. And all the stories made the cut, so let's do it.
Congrats,
Let's
story.
do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this show right here.
American Idol.
That's right. American Idol is correct. American Idol has an upper age limit. Uh-oh, this is sad to see. Yeah, it's true, though. American Idol has, you got to be so old to start and participate in the competition, but you could be too old for American Idol. How old is too old? What do you think? How old do you think is too old for American Idol?
32.
All right.
35.
Okay, I had to bring it back up because I didn't copy and paste the right thing.
Sean.
So we're going to learn together, everybody. We're going to figure this out together. It is 28 years.
Oh, what? No.
I don't like that
what
very
about
much.
That, the lady who was like very, she was not easy on the eyes, but beautiful voice, Susan something.
She was over in the British end. She was Britain's Got Talent, I think.
Yeah.
They let the oldos on over there.
They let an old guy do the audition, and he had a song for his dead wife, and just everybody was just tearing up. Just everybody and
You're not going to Hollywood, sir. Sorry.
No, they didn't. They didn't let him go.
Today I learned about the rabbit test, a human pregnancy test developed in 1931, in which urine from a female human would be injected into a female rabbit. The rabbit would be dissected, and if its ovaries were enlarged, then the human was likely pregnant. Huh. That was used until the 1970s.
Poor rabbits.
Yeah. And how did somebody figure out that worked?
They peed on a rabbit?
Pee in the rabbit, we'll cut the rabbit open, we'll see if the rabbit's ovaries are oversized, and then we know that you're pregnant. Today I learned this band right here.
Jimmy Eat World.
That's right, Jimmy Eat World is correct. Praise Chorus by Jimmy Eat World references 7 other songs, thus the praise chorus of the title. There's a ton of famous songs, like you hear Crimson and Clover and all the things they're saying over and over in the background. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you miss any of the show, go get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.